let's begin here. So, we're gonna jump right into it. You guys finally made your way back to Saltmarsh after being gone for a few weeks, maybe even a month. I'm not really sure. But nevertheless, you got to town during the funeral procession of Edda, the town council member, oldest living member of Saltmarsh, and some things were a little bit strange. Megler noticed somebody in town that he hasn't seen in many years. Rumor has it Govak is kind of forcing some protection on people. Other than that, you guys made your way to the house, and this is where we're going to pick it up. So our night begins with the sound of the town council foghorn. It starts booming out through the crisp air. The procession of townsfolk head back to the town council building. So if you guys remember, Meglar and Kolos, you guys were headed down to the cemetery where the funeral of Edda was going on. And so at that point, you guys all hear this bell, the foghorn, kind of ringing out through the air in the early evening. And you guys, Meglar and Kolos, you notice the funeral seems to be over, and the people start heading back into town. So that's where we're gonna start up. What do you guys want to do?
Still with Kolos?
Yeah, I'm assuming you're still with Kolos.
You said it's early evening?
Yeah.
Okay. I think we should just follow everybody.
Yeah, I guess.
Alright.
No, who is this Govak guy, anyway? I don't think Meglar's ever met him.
No, he hasn't. He's one of the actually, he got upgraded to a captain. He's one of the pirate captains. And he's actually in charge of trying to take over Saltmarsh. I don't know specifically what that entails, but I do know Vasen and Yuri are really good friends with him. And you have to remember, this is very important, Yuri's name is Javi. With Govak. Yep. So if you say you're friends with Yuri, he's going to have no clue who you are.
Gotcha.
Or who Yuri is.
Why a different name, anyway?
I don't know. You'll have to ask Yuri.
Oh, whatever.
You'll like him. That's all I got to say about Govak, is you'll like him.
Alright.
Alright, so you two start following the group of people back towards the center of town. The rest of you guys that are assumingly at the house, back at the mansion, the Travelers Guild, you hear the sound of the horn ringing out too.
Yeah, if that sounds for the town meeting, I'm going to go to the meeting.
Yeah, I'll head to the... Fuck it, dog. I'll head to the town meeting as well.
I'll be right behind you. Yeah, we've got to talk to Brother Fool.
Alright, so
I'm also gonna go to the town meeting.
Hood up just in case, Govak is there.
Say that again, Taurus?
I'm gonna have my hood up just in the event that, Govak is there.
gotcha.
Your BFF.
Oh, Govak's gonna be there, bro. Trust me.
Here's hoping not.
He might not be, but...
Alright, so since everybody else seems to be going back to the council, we'll start with Vasen over here back in the mansion. You're gonna go talk to Brother Foal?
Yeah, and I don't know if I already went and talked to Fuzzy Nuts in the basement.
Yeah,
Furbius.
Furbius. Yeah, so I'm assuming that in this amount of time, that's where you headed off last time. You were headed down to
Yeah.
the cellar to speak with Furbius, who's down there. He's doing his thing, working hard for you, and he kind of like stops what he's doing just for a minute to talk to you. What did you want to ask him?
Did I delete that gold already?
The 1,000 gold that you gave to Pinkerton?
Well, yeah, I was gonna give to and actually leave here with Furbius.
Yeah, I don't remember if you actually took it out of your.
I don't know.
But-
I'll take it out again anyway.
Yeah, so Furbius, you see, he's hard at work, and there's like a kind of like a nice surplus that he's building up. Like you look around throughout the cellar of Austin, and like some of the rooms that were before like the laboratory and stuff. Like now it's just like stacked of kegs, and you can tell like these guys have just been busy, just nonstop brewing down here.
Ah, Furbius. It's good to see you back.
Ah, Master Vasson, it's good to see you. I'm wearing clothes today, so.
That's good to see that you're not naked. So I just spoke with Pinkerton. I was gonna hand him this gold, and I hand him a big pouch of gold. Here's 1,000 gold to for the brewery and anything you need for it.
Oh, perfect! And he just kind of like grabs it and just throws it into the corner, like nonchalantly.
Nice. Do you have the book you guys have been working on?
Oh yeah, the book. He stops what he's doing. He kind of spins real quick, and he knocks over like a bunch of like beakers and like cups and things that he was using to measure things out. And you see the kind of like stuff fall over the floor, and he's like, "Oh, don't mind that." And he runs over to like a desk in the corner. And there's a little box on top of it. And he opens up the box, and there's like kind of it's a loose sort of cookbook looking thing that he's kind of put together with parchment and bound it with some twine, and he just hands it over to you. And it's very small. It's definitely like halfling size or gnome size.
Thanks, and I'll like put it inside my monk clothes in my front pocket. Alright, thanks. Keep up the good work down here, and don't lose that gold.
Okay, well you don't lose that book. That's got all of our special recipes in it.
I can't wait to try some of these special recipes. I have them fill my gourd up.
Yeah, and so he like goes right to the special stuff that he's kind of saved in the back, and he tops you off.
Thanks. Take a nice sip out of it.
Oh, so how long are you going to be gone for this time?
Oh, I have no clue. There could be another month, could be a week.
Oh,
Only adventure will tell.
Well, hopefully by the time you come back, we will be really rolling in the coin.
Yeah, hopefully the warehouse will be done, and we'll have our two boats there to ship stuff.
Yeah, Pinkerton's on top of that, so I trust him. You know, if you need any more help, I have a couple cousins that are looking for work.
Well, I'm having you guys run this without me. So if you think you need the help, there's the gold that I gave you.
All right, sir. Sounds good.
All right, make sure you take care of this. I'm glad to see you got your clothes on.
Me too. And he goes right back to work, and he kind of like he's a little skipping a step, and he goes picks everything back up, and he's a hard worker, that Furbius.
Yeah, just turn around, walk upstairs, head to Full.
Yeah, you go up to Full's room, and Full is just kind of hanging out in his room. He's not even meditating at this point. He's just kind of sitting there, staring out the window.
Knock on the door.
Come in.
I enter Brother Full.
Ah, Brother
Me.
Vasson, it is good to see you.
I'm back for now. We just came back from the monastery.
Oh, how was the monastery? Nearly complete, I assume?
It actually, they just started working on it. They had a little setback. There was some beasts there hoarding their little treasure inside the monastery.
Well, that is an awful shame.
But it will be started working on, so maybe a couple months you could head back up there, and I'll like pull out some of the monk weapons that were taken out downstairs and bring them in and hand them to. And these are all I could salvage so far.
Oh,
You might find more stuff when you get there.
yes, these weapons were. I remember training with these with Master Rishi. Hopefully, we can find him. I wonder where he went off to, but. Oh, where are my manners? Would you like a cup of tea?
No, I'm gonna head out. I have to find out what's going on with the business in town. I don't know if you heard anything.
I haven't heard anything. I spend most of my time here in contemplation in my room and try to reach out with my mind to see if I can locate the rest of our brothers.
Have you had any luck?
Unfortunately, no.
I tried to meditate a couple times. I actually meditated at the tree, the sacred tree, and Zendaka informed me of some information I needed to know and some other stuff that was quite troubling.
What would that be?
Said that there's a shadowy force also watching in on me in my meditations and to be very wary. Didn't say who.
Strange, a shadowy force. Maybe the force behind the attack on our monastery?
Very well could be. Also noticed at the monastery some of our brothers' ancient armor sets were missing.
Oh, that is definitely a shame. Well, perhaps we should go out and attempt to find this sacred artifacts of our brotherhood.
It would be nice to bring that stuff home.
Well, have you any leads?
None so far. We just got back from the Isle of the Abbey.
Well, did you find what you were looking for at the Abbey?
We did. We did. Hopefully this information will help us further our quest to find out what's behind all this nefarious deeds.
Well, my only advice that I can give you is to try to find Master Hanzo. He is the key master. He would be able to help you sharpen your skills in speaking with Zendaka.
Do you know where he is?
Unfortunately, I do not know where any of our brothers have gone since the raid.
How will I be able to get in touch with him?
I do not know. Perhaps in your travels across this realm you will run into him, or perhaps I could travel north or south and you travel the opposite direction and we can meet here in a few weeks.
Do you require other... I mean, I'm sure we have plenty of members to assist you.
Oh, that is an excellent idea. Perhaps I can take a few members with me.
We have a B team somewhere, and I'm sure a C team somewhere.
Oh, I shall speak with Master Hedgewick. He's been a very accommodating gentleman.
Let him know I said anything you need, and we will be more than glad to help.
So with that, he just kind of nods, and you see him get up off of his chair, and he goes and sits down in the middle of the floor, and he looks a little chipper after speaking with you a little bit, and he's just says to you, Brother Vasen, I feel enlightened, and this may now be an excellent time to begin my meditation.
I bow and say, I will leave you be it. It was good to see you again, Full.
It was good to see you too. Be safe, brother.
I will, and if you do take this journey, be safe also. And then I go out and look for Yuri, or try to catch up with everybody.
Alright, so yeah, you head down the hill, and so the rest of you guys, so definitely Kolos and Meglar, you guys are the first to kind of enter the area where the council chambers are, and there's about, as you guys like make your way into the main, this big stone building, there's about 100 people or so, the townspeople, and it's kind of like shoulder to shoulder as you enter like the main chamber. I don't remember. Have you guys both been in there before or not?
I think I was in there the first time I came to Saltmarsh for like a second.
Okay, yeah. So
I might have a long time ago.
yeah, I think Maglar, you did it at the first time. So, like I said, you guys kind of walk in, and there's a long table to the back of the room, and at the back of the table, you see leading the procession is young Anders Saltmarsh and Gellin Primwater, the kind of pompous guy with a big hat, the rich guy in town, and they make their way to the back table, while the rest of the 100 or so people kind of crowd into this room. Like I said, it's kind of loud. They're all kind of talking amongst each other, and for the most part, you kind of, I would assume, just kind of like follow the flow and just fill the space. It takes a couple of minutes for everybody else shows up, and all the people come in, and at some point, the rest of you guys make your way in, unless you guys have like anything else you want to do, or.
On my way there, I want to summon my owl and have him go look for the, I forgot his name, the pirate ship.
For the pirate ship?
Yeah. I forget what the name of the guy is that fucking Yuri and what's his name fought with.
Oh, like go back ship?
Ship, yes, thank you.
Okay.
I was like spacing on the guy's name. See, yeah, I want to go have summon my owl and have him go hang out at the go back ship.
Okay, so he's gonna go flying around the docks looking for the ship.
Is it late nighttime right now?
It's like early evening, so the sun's just starting to go down. Anything else you guys want to do before, or are you guys all going to the town council building?
So,
Are we passing the snapping line?
The snapping line is actually
Never mind.
further ahead.
I see it. Yeah. I'm going to head to the snapping line.
Oh, okay.
I gotta do my normal drink for Baron.
You gotta pour one out for Baron. What were you saying, Yuri?
I was just gonna say, I'll meet you over at the snapping line after I go to the meeting and see what these town folk are talking about, Boston.
All right, I'll see you there. I'll have one waiting for you.
And when I do get to the meeting, I kind of bust in loud, and I'm like the fat, loud guy that just interrupts the meeting.
Most of the people are it's pretty loud in there, so nobody really notices you, but you think you're like making a grand entrance. All right, so as you guys come in there, you do notice that Eleander is standing at the far end of the table, and at that point, Anders he stands up and he starts to address the crowd. He holds his hands out and he's trying to simmer everybody down. He goes, "Attention, everybody! Welcome all. May I have your attention, please, citizens? And I know this is an unfortunate event for our town. Ada was so well liked and held the longest council seat in the history of Saltmarsh, but these are crucial moments in the future of our region, especially with these increases in Sahaugan attacks and the rise of piracy, the attack on the king. Security, of course, is at the forefront of all of our minds. In order to keep our town safe, we must continue our government and maintain balance to our council. With the passing of Etta, I, Anders Saltmarsh, have become first seat in the Saltmarsh Council, joined by second seat Gellin Primwater. We have all gathered you here today at such a short notice to vote for the next member of the town council. As you all recall, the voting is anonymous and anyone may serve on the council seat, but I do wish to remind you of several of our prominent figureheads that would make excellent council members here in town. There's Augustus Lissandro, and he kind of like points out in the crowd to an older man. He has short gray hair and a thick beard, broad shoulders, and he's wearing a fisherman's poncho. And Anders says, Captain Augustus has served as master angler and head of the Fishermen's Guild for 20 years, a stand-up citizen all around. There is also Karina Barbell, and he points at the other side of the room at this tall, red-haired woman. And she's probably in her late 50s, wearing a long fur jacket, has these like knee-high, fancy black leather boots. Ms. Barbell and her late husband, Reginald, loaned a great deal of their fortune to most of the citizens here in Saltmarsh for the construction of their homes and even the construction of this very building we stand in today. And it's thanks to the generosity of Karina and Reginald for what we have here today. Anyway, let's get on with this. Eleander, please commence with the voting. And at that point, Anders takes something off the side of the table, and it looks like a metal tray. And on the tray, there's 2 wicker baskets, and in the center, there's a quill and a bottle of ink. And Eleander grabs the tray, and he walks it over to the first person in the front of the chamber. Looks like an elderly man. He's like, kind of hunched over. He grabs a small piece of parchment from one of the baskets, and Eleander kind of stands there holding it out for him as the old man, with his hand shaking, he grabs the quill, and you can tell he's scribing the name of the person he wishes to seat on the council. Then he places the parchment in the second basket, and then returns the quill back in the glass jar. And Eleander moves on to the next person. So this whole process takes a little while, and as it begins, you start hearing like the chamber begins to fill with like low talking from all the citizens around, like everybody's kind of like discussing who they're going to vote for. And at that point, Anders, he speaks up and says, now please try to remain quiet during this time. Each citizen of Saltmarsh shall be able to form their own decision without the influence of their neighbors. And his words they're pretty much well received, and you kind of hear the whole decibel level of the room start like really coming down, but there's still a little bit of chatter. But so at that point, you guys that are standing in the room, it's going to be a while before Eleander makes their way towards where you guys are at. So at this point, you guys have a few minutes if there's anything you want to do.
I want to look around, see if I can spot either Govak or Renwick.
All right, so go ahead and make a perception check.
This place is packed with like pretty much most of the townspeople.
Well, so Saltmarsh is probably a town of about 1,000 people. So this is probably only like 10% of the actual people that have joined the meeting. And then so Hector, you yourself, you kind of look around and you notice that like a lot of the people here are more of the you see some of the merchants and some of the elders, the prominent figures around the town.
The affluent ones.
Yeah, the more so affluent ones, but there's not really a discrimination. It's a public vote, so anybody that wants to show up that heard the horn can really show up and vote. So even you guys, being part of the town, you technically have a vote if you want one. So Hector, you start looking around and you don't see Govak, but kind of near the front you do see the very elegant-looking piratey hat with a big white feather in it of Renwick Drake.
Can I get a clarification real quick? Did this happen immediately after the
Funeral?
Yeah, the funeral, or was this like days later, or
No,
I don't know.
This was literally leaving the funeral. They went right to voting.
Right, so I am definitely not there then.
Okay.
Right? I mean, because we went to instead of the funeral, me and I think Hector went to the home base, right?
We heard the horn or bell from the house.
Yeah, so the horn didn't actually start going off until like after the funeral was over. So There was
So Hector,
quite a long time that the funeral was actually going on.
Hector, are you deeming that you're there?
Yeah,
Yes.
Hector's there, so Snouders, you'd be there too.
All right, I'm okay with that then. Just
If
making
you-
sure.
That's if you wanted to when you heard the foghorn go off. But
I don't know that I would know what that meant.
yeah, that's what I was trying to
So
remember.
if-
If Snouders had, I think you had been around.
If Hector, like a child who heard the dinner bell, got up and just started leaving, I'd probably follow him. But otherwise, I don't know that I'd do anything.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
like these
there
guys
was
were here in
before.
town before you had showed up, Snouders, and they had heard this foghorn go off before. So like the original Travelers Guild definitely knows that like that sound is the sound of it's meeting time.
Got it. I probably don't know what it is then, unfortunately. So good luck, everyone.
He was there the last time it went off when we were in town, but I could be wrong. I don't remember, but I know you've gone to different meetings with us. I don't know if it was ones that were called by the horn or if they're ones that we asked for specifically. I
And
don't
honestly,
remember.
I don't remember either. so,
But
so
I
it's
know
up,
you've been to town hall with us.
so it's up to you, Snouders. If you want to be there, I mean, it doesn't break the game if you are.
I had a whole bunch to try to like teach and like do stuff with all the plant stuff, so I could see that how I'd be preoccupied to begin with. So I kind of want to be there, but in reality, I could see myself not. I just want to make sure. Thank you.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, like last session, but definitely the Snouders was pretty jazzed up about getting his garden going, his nightshade. All right, so Hector, yeah, you look around in the crowd. You see some familiar faces, some of the merchants and things, people that you've known, that you've seen for the past few weeks while you've been here. But yeah, you do not see Govac though.
Okay.
Is that anybody else want to do anything while you're kind of like standing in the room?
Is there anyone? Was Govac wearing a red sash, or did they drop that?
So when you guys saw him going by, yeah, you didn't see anybody wearing a red sash.
I'll take a look around the gathering just to see if I see any red sashes.
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check then.
Big old Jesus fuck. Nope.
Hey, get it out of the way now.
I want to roll like 10 of them just to see if they're all going to be ones and if I need to reload.
Yeah, I mean,
So is that
even
too
with
low
that
to
though,
see?
you don't really notice, but you haven't been really paying close attention. So maybe there could be some, but for the most part though, since you guys saw most of the funeral procession going by and things like that, some of the townspeople, you didn't notice any of the red sashes.
Alright. Also, I'm not sure if they dropped the red sashes because they're now a bunch of different groups have joined the Guardians. So.
Yeah, you wouldn't know that, or if it's just because they're in town and they dropped them. I guess you'll find out.
I don't like it when you say it like that.
Well, Yuri thinks we should vote for Maglar to be on the council.
I don't feel like we're here enough to vote any of us on that. Maybe Hedwig.
I don't think Beglar's been in Saltmarsh within months now.
It's been like 4 to 6 weeks for most of the group. You longer because you went to Dungeon Donuts and got lost.
Everybody vote for Meglar, mayor of
Got on
Saltmarsh.
smack.
Well,
I mean,
don't have any-
Smackhead.
Yuri already thinks he's the head of the whole city.
doesn't surprise me. I'm definitely voting. I don't have any place else to cast my vote, and this is the closest thing I have to a home. So, I mean, my plants are here, my house is here, my bed's here. I'm voting.
Nice. I like it.
Maybe we should all vote for Snodlers since he's not here.
You can vote for whoever you want for, but I'm voting for the fisherman.
I mean, that's what we do at work. You just give everyone the person who's not there all the money, or all the tasking.
Yeah. So who are you guys voting for? Unless you don't want to say, or don't vote at all. Who's not voting?
I'm not voting.
Who
I
were the
don't know
I'm
any
not
of those
voting.
people.
who were the candidates again?
Let's see. So the candidates were the older guy. He looks like a fisherman. He was the head of the Fisherman's Guild, and it seemed like a stand-up guy. And there's also the woman who was like red-haired woman. She's a little bit older. She seems like part of like the banking system of Saltmarsh. The the real bones of the place.
Yeah, don't vote for her.
But like, but Anders also said, like this is a time where you could literally vote for anybody.
Those are just his two, like, recommendations, I guess.
Yeah, right.
Oh, to me, it's just kind of weird that, like, immediately afterwards you would have the voting, not like, hey, in a couple days we're gonna have the vote. Give people time to make posters, hand out pamphlets, knock on doors. Vote for Jimmy.
So they do it in Saltmarsh. They keep the council going. So right now, theoretically, Anders has like the strongest vote because he's the number one guy in town, and Gellin, because he was the newest member, he's the number 2 spot. But it still takes 3 people to unanimously vote on things, but kind of unofficially, the first seat makes most of the decisions.
Well, it makes sense to have 3 because that way you can never have a tie.
So we know that Hector cast his vote for Augustus Lysandro, the fisherman.
Mm-hmm.
And Kolos is not voting.
I'll vote for. Would I've seen either the banker or even heard of either of those 2 candidates?
I don't think you would have in the time that you've been around. You didn't do much fishing or hang out down by the docks, and you definitely didn't go and borrow any money or talk to the more affluent people of the city. So most of you guys probably have never seen them before.
I'm voting for Hedwig.
Nice.
Yes.
He's other than the only 2 council members I know who doesn't need my vote.
So you guys also look around, and there's other members of the Travelers Guild here. You see some of the other people, so Hedwig might get a lot more votes than you'd think.
Wait, does he lose his job? Like, does that become a full-time job?
Yeah, probably, yeah. He's like, see
Oh
you
shit!
later.
No! I scratched that out. We can't lose Hedwig. I don't know if we could find some poor sap dumb enough to take that job.
Bobby the Schlub.
Hell yeah.
Not our first mate. Now I'll put Hedwig down.
Nice.
That's who I'm voting for. Hedwig. Hedwig for mayor, council, whatever.
So that just leaves Yuri and Meglar. Are you guys voting?
I too am gonna vote for Hedwig.
Nice.
Megler will vote, but he will not say.
Oh.
Ooh.
All right.
He's probably voting for himself.
I probably would. Vote for Meglar.
Vote for the guy who's never here.
Right.
Vote for Vitoris' mom.
I heard she has it going on.
She did at
That's
Dungeon
a
Donuts.
song, right?
She's never been to Saltmarsh. I don't think you can vote for people not living in Saltmarsh.
You could.
Are they naturalized?
Well, she
Yeah.
has been to Dungeon Donuts quite a few times.
Contrary to the meme, my parents are alive.
Somebody should put a vote for Haas. All right. So as you guys are kind of like watching this, as Elliot kind of makes his way through the crowd, and eventually he brings the tray back up and he sets it down in front of Anders and Gellin. And the 2 men sit there. They start pulling the names out of the basket, and everyone watches. And at this point, the room just becomes like deathly quiet as everybody's just intently watching as these 2 men start separating the parchment into several piles on the table, and you see them reading out, and you kind of like make a note that you hear the name Hedwig, and they put a parchment over here and a couple more, and they're kind of looking at each other, and they're tallying up all these votes, and a couple of minutes later, Anders and Gellin are all finished, and Anders looks like he has a concerned look on his face, and him and Gellin begin whispering to each other. And Anders finally stands up from behind the table and says aloud, "Okay, well, the votes have been cast, the favorites have been tallied. This has been the way of our village for over 100 years. By law, the new third seat, the newest council member, shall be Mr. Renwick Drake." And with that, the crowd begins to clap, and many of the people start to cheer, and a couple of people just, you can hear like boos, and like it's definitely like a mixed reaction. And you see Drake, he like pompously walks up to the front of the crowd, and he stands at the council table, and he turns to the crowd, and he starts addressing everybody. He goes, I am very thankful for the kind hospitality that I've been given the past few weeks in my new home here of Saltmarsh. I know many of you know me by my reputation, and I will prove to you that I stand by my good name, and will do all in my power to make Saltmarsh a safer place for your families, as well as a prosperous place for all of us merchants. So with that said, he kind of like walks around the table, and he takes a big bow, and a few more people start like cheering for him. And Anders and Gallon, they kind of point over to the seat, and Drake sits down. And pretty much as soon as Drake sits down, Anders kind of stands up and announces to the crowd that the meeting's over. Thank you for your time. And he shakes the hands of the council members, and he just quickly just like kind of storms off through the crowd as everybody starts like dispersing at the same time out of the tavern, or out of the building, and leaving Gallon and Drake still sitting at the table. What are you guys doing? Are you guys leaving, staying?
I was going to talk to Oleander, so if he's already here, I'm just going to wait till he is has some time to himself, and I'll go talk to him.
Anders just left.
Yeah, Anders left. He seemed to be almost like one of the first people to leave. He just kind of like stormed off, kind of making his way quickly through the crowd, weaving through the people, beelining for the front door.
Are we all standing together?
Yeah, I would assume that you guys are mostly together in the room.
I'm gonna let them know. I'm gonna go follow Anders, try to talk to him.
As you go to leave, I'm gonna cast Enhance ability on you real quick.
Shit.
Eagle Splendor. You got 1 hour.
What's that do?
I
can fly?
You could fly like an eagle.
Yeah, right?
Oh.
There you go.
Advantage on charisma checks for the next hour. Beautiful.
Noted.
All right, so as all the townspeople start like filling back out, Eleander, him and a few guards are kind of the last few people to make their way towards the back of the crowd, as Gallon and Drake at this point too. They're kind of also leaving. So kind of the guards and Eleander are kind of like the last people to kind of make sure that the council chambers have all been cleared out, as you kind of wait for him, Hector. And he sees you, and he's like, Master Hector, it's good to see you again.
Likewise. I'm sorry I've been gone for so long.
I know you and the travelers have been very busy. I'm sure of it.
Mm-hmm. Do you have someplace we could talk quietly, privately?
Sure. Let us step outside here. It is a nice, cool night. Let's take a walk.
This sounds nice.
So he goes outside, and he motions for the guards to kind of lock up, and they secure the building. And you and Eleander kind of make your way back down out into the kind of like alleyway. There's kind of like a grassy area along the side, as most of the townspeople now at this point, they're kind of like headed back into the main square, heading back to their homes. It's starting to get nighttime. You see quite a few of them headed toward the bars and stuff. But so what is it you'd like to speak to me about, Hector?
Well, we just came back in town and just learned of Edda's passing, and I just was wondering if you suspected anything foul play, or if it was just she was just old and it was her time to go.
Well, and he kind of looks over his shoulder. Oh, I would say that her time did seem rather advantageous as the arrival of some of these people. Like I heard this fellow who I thought was a pirate myself, Govak, showed up in town, but he hasn't done anything to cause trouble, so we've just been keeping our eye on him. And same as this Drake fella. I don't know much about him other than he's a wealthy man, and people say he's a good man. But if I were you, I'd keep my eyes and ears open around here. Being an old investigator like myself, I kind of think foul play is afoot, but I don't have any proof.
Well, that's why I wanted to talk to you first, see if you had any leads on anything. Or I just took a shot in the dark.
Unfortunately, no, but I do have to say that with these guardians that are here, crime in the village is non-existent. Because the crime has gone down so much, the king has kind of recalled many of the guards from the barracks back to Seaton in fear of a imminent Sahaugan invasion.
Well, that was well played. Not by us.
Is Hector really quiet for anyone else?
Sounded like he was whispering a little bit there at the end.
I turned him up a little bit.
Sorry about that.
It sounded like you were fading, like from eating your brownies.
He was talking and just slowly backing away from his microphone.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. Like,
Sorry, I was trying to think and talk at the same time. My brain can't do both. Dang it, I forgot where I was now.
Hector, what have you heard of the Sahaugan? Have they come closer to the area? It's been quiet around here. I do not have word of too much about this invasion that King Scotty believes.
Yeah, honestly, it's been a little while since we've run into any of them that are still alive anyway. We found some corpses on that island.
Isle of the Abbey.
Island of the Abbey, you know. Other than that, no live ones recently.
I do have to say, King Scotty believes that the sinking of the Golden Fortune was an attack by the Sahaugan.
Yeah, I'm not so sure. There was a pirate vessel there when it went down, but I don't know who or what caused that ship to go down. So, but it happened very quickly.
And I do have a little bit of information for the Travelers Guild, if I do may. I did hear some rather nasty rumors that someone is looking for the Travelers. You and the Meglar, the gnome, the dwarf.
Any idea who it was?
I only know it was a dragonborn. He was shrouded in black cloak. I'd be on guard if I were you.
Any more description on him, or just is that pretty much it?
And that's all I've known. Some of my men had heard at the Wicker Goat him asking around for the description of you, but
Gotcha.
of course this guard he didn't know anything about you, but when he brought it to my attention, I figured this would be important information for you to have.
All right. I'm gonna take a look around real quick, make sure we're not being followed, because this next part is super secret. That's cool.
Yeah, so go ahead and make a perception check to see if anybody else is around as you guys kind of make your way around the back of the building. It looks pretty secure as you guys kind of make your way into like the grassy field behind there, and you can hear the noise of like the downtown area towards the snapping line. Like the crowd is starting to get rowdy and headed toward the bar, and it looks pretty safe.
Fuck. Okay. The Sea Princes, along with a couple of the pirate bands, all joined together to form the Guardians. That's why you thought Govak was a pirate, because he was. Probably still is, but they, instead of just sinking ships on the ocean water, they're just extorting people for money now, it seems like.
It's kind of what I thought, but I have to say this is a troubling time, considering that it appears that they outnumber the Kingsguard here in the town.
Yeah, that's unfortunate news. I didn't realize that so much of your garrison had left. That's gonna not. I don't know. That doesn't seem like a great thing for us in trying to deal with these guys. So we have to tread very lightly over the next little while.
And hopefully this Renwick Drake fellow he's not involved with these shady dealings. But perhaps you can keep your ear to the street, and we can work together on this.
I can almost guarantee is the timing is far too convenient. And I saw him with Govak earlier, so I don't love what just happened. So I'm going to be looking into that a little bit more. And also, we dropped off some people today. I think they were just creepy and harmless, but just keep an eye on them as best you can.
That's kind of
They
vague.
probably-
Creepy and harmless people.
Yeah, creepy and harmless. Church types.
Okay.
That would set any captain of the guard right at ease.
They won't be staying around long. They should be out of here soon, but
We'll definitely keep an eye on them. Like I said, our forces are small, but
if they cause any trouble, let me know and I'll take care of it.
Okay.
But I feel they seem mostly fine, but just a little creepy.
Okay. What are you doing tonight? You want to go get a drink?
That is on the plan, but I have some other things I have to take care of first. I'll meet you there.
All right.
Is it your night off?
I'll meet you at the snapping line then.
I'm pretty sure Vosson's already getting a head start on us. So
Oh, I'm hoping to see you, Master Vossen.
take it easy. Stay
right.
safe.
So he heads off, and then we'll kind of jump over to the snapping line where Vossen's already in the bar before you guys get there. Vossen, what are you doing in the bar? So the bar is already, it was quiet when you first got there, but a few minutes later, actually, you're probably there for quite a bit. You're probably there for a good half hour before everybody else does. So.
I had at least 3 for Varen. I'm sitting in the exact side of the bar that Varen and I used to sit in.
Oh, Varen's old stool.
Farron would have been who I voted for if he was still alive.
Aw.
I have a drink out right next to me, waiting for Yuri. Just sitting back, looking around the room, checking out if there's any new people, talking to Hannah, finding out what's going on.
Yeah, so Hannah probably would have just been making small talk with you. You didn't see anybody new, per se, like around the town that you haven't seen. They all look like the usual sort of fishermen folks that are in the stamping line. But Hannah does start bringing up the conversation about, have you seen Renwick Drake? He's quite handsome and charming. He came in here one night and he was telling me all about his collection of rare antiquities and especially weapons from across the realm. He's somewhat of a connoisseur of weapons.
Just weapons, or
He says he's a world traveler and he just likes to collect them. I don't know how handy he is with these weapons, but he was kind of boasting about everywhere he's been, and honestly, it kind of made me feel bad that I haven't really left the Saltmarsh. But
you recall any of the places?
Oh, that he spoke of? Oh, he's been all over from the west to the lands of Cordova, to the north to Neverwinter, and he's traveled the Frigid Sea and explored the ice reef up there, all the way down to Waterdeep and Baldur's Gate.
He does seem like quite the traveling man there. No one's been in here trying to charge you for protection, have they?
Oh, no. I have heard rumors about certain members of this Guardians group that have been pressuring people to pay some protection money, but it's been business as usual here, and it's been pretty quiet. The local fishermen have been They're saying the catch has been good. The weather has been excellent. Business is good. Overall, I gotta say, Saltmarsh is in a really good place right now.
Excellent, excellent. Has Pinkerton been taking care of you with any alcohol you need?
And she kind of points over to like one of your casks that are like up on the shelf, and she's like, yeah, it's been flying off the shelf. Business is good.
Excellent, excellent. Just waiting for everyone to get here. Can I look around? So you said there's no one else new in the room?
No, and as you're in there's only like a handful of people. There's like maybe 10, 15 people in the room, and most of them seem to be like fishermen and just like the average Joes, like the workers that are just got back home from the catch of the out in the sea all day.
How long have
the ones that
the
don't give a
pirates
shit about
been here?
politics?
How long's the pirates been here?
Oh, the pirates, you say, the Guardians? They've been here for a few weeks now. I don't know, maybe 2 weeks, 3.
So have you seen this giant of a man around? They call Govek.
No, he hasn't been in here, but I have heard his name around.
Hmm. Yeah, he hasn't stopped in this bar. That's
No.
surprising.
No, I hear he mostly spends his time down in the empty net.
Ah, the empty net. I haven't been there since after Varen passed
Well, I prefer you
or
just
was murdered.
I prefer you just stay here at the Snapping Line. It's a much cleaner establishment, much safer too.
This is my home away from home. Actually, that alley over there kind of was my home away from home.
Yeah, just the other day I saw somebody else sleeping in your bed over there.
Someone was sleeping in my bed?
Yeah, and well, I say your bed, but you know that nice little cozy spot where you had the hay on the ground. That's kind of like where that little indentation is, where you kind of formed into your body. You know where I'm talking about, just behind the alley. Just,
I know. I'm just messing around.
it's good to have you back, Voss, and hopefully you'll stay in town for a while.
I don't think I'm going to be, but every time I do come in town, you will see my face.
Well, that's good. You're definitely a face that I like to see.
I thank you for the compliment and slider 5 gold.
Oh,
Thank
no.
you for all the work you do here.
No, your drinks, your money's no good here. And she pushes the gold back to you.
This isn't for payment. This is for you, for your hard work.
Oh well, I'm touched. And she grabs the gold and she says, I feel a lot safer when you're around.
What?
Oh my god.
I mean,
Some good shit.
right. Yeah. The guy should be here any minute now.
Fawcett starts getting uncomfortable. No time for love, Dr. Jones.
We're gonna have a statue of Varen put up in the guild.
Oh, perhaps I'll come by and see it.
Yeah, I'll let you know when it's done.
So after that, I'm sure there's some small talk where you're trying to kind of avoid the advances of Hannah a little bit, and a good half hour goes by before you start seeing the townsfolk start pouring into the bar, followed by Yuri and the gang.
Yuri, I got your drink.
So let me tell you, that meeting was some bullshit.
And sorry, but right before that happens, you see Anders actually beats all of them in. He comes in first, followed by Yuri and the gang.
Anders?
Yeah, Anders.
Why know him?
Yeah, Anders is the. I think you met him like one of the first people you met in town. He was like worked up about the pirates, and you guys first came to the council meeting. He was like, "You got to stop them. They're the worst kind of people."
Ah.
So you would definitely recognize him. He's the young council member.
But I haven't talked to him very often, though.
No, probably only like once or twice, and even when you like came to
I
the
probably
to the
thought he was
meeting,
a douche.
yeah, you're kind of like fuck these guys.
Yeah, I mean, I think the king's a douche, but so I'm assuming I think this kid's a complete douche.
Yeah, so but you nevertheless you do see him like kind of like march in first and head right to the bar, and he just kind of glances over you once and then just goes right to ordering a drink. And then in walks Yuri and Vitoris and probably Hector or you guys all show up. Eventually, maybe even Snothers will show up.
Maybe some decade. Snoddlers is probably actually just describing how, like, I imagine there's like a flashback for like 2 seconds, and Snoddlers over there and like in depth explaining like how it works and like drawing pictures of the plant and shit. And then he gets done, he looks over, and the guy's asleep. He's like, we'll have to restart.
Oh, God. All right, so Yuri, you barge into the bar. What are you doing?
Come up to Boston. Looking for my drink.
Yuri, like put my arm on his shoulder, slide him his drink.
I pick it up and just start chugging it.
As he's chugging it, I put my hand up for another drink.
L's just running.
Then I put two.
L's running down my chin.
Yuri's just a mess.
And he says over, Hannah, how's business?
Oh, business is great. It's good to see you guys again. I was just talking to Vasset about that. It feels great having you guys back in town.
Well, keep the drinks coming, and if you get bored, if you get lonely later, I'll be staying at the Pearl. Ha ha.
She just kind of like looks puzzled. Oh, okay, I'll remember that.
Anyway, Boston, that meeting was some garbage.
Yeah, what happened?
They elected a new council member.
Nice. Who was the lucky man?
Some
You look like you want to say douche. I'm a little confused right now.
some Renwick Drake guy. I don't know.
Is it that fancy fucking pirate guy that was walking in the parade?
It was. I don't even think he's from Saltmarsh, so I don't see why he's elected. It should have been me.
Did you vote for yourself?
No.
Then how would you get a vote? Because no one else is going to vote for you?
I voted for
laughing.
I voted for Hedwig.
So like a couple of minutes goes by as you guys are drinking and stuff, and you look over and you see that like Anders is kind of listening to your conversation, and he walks over and he goes, you know what, that election was bullshit. You're right.
Why do you say that?
Oh, travelers, I'm glad you're here. I need to talk to you about this. And another drink, Hannah. And he grabs another drink and he starts pounding it back. And he's like, "No, I don't know much about this this Drake fella. I think it's kind of bullshit that he's comes out of nowhere, lives here for 2 weeks and becomes a council member. And it's a little strange. I mean, all these new faces around town. I mean, did he pay people off? I don't quite understand. Who elects a celebrity to be a council member anyway? I don't understand what's going on."
Celebrity?
Yeah, that's you haven't heard of Renwick Drake? He's a playboy. He's all around spending his money and collecting things, and he's being that guy.
Oh, money?
What's he been collecting?
From what I hear is antiquities and weapons of sorts.
Hmm. You need to see some of his stuff.
I wouldn't do business with him. In fact, I think he's up to no good, and this is why maybe you guys could help me, and I could help
Is,
you with whatever
Meglar-
you need.
Is Meglar with the group?
Yeah, sure.
Meglar just kind of sits back and just shakes his head.
Are you friends with him? Maybe we should take this somewhere else without the orc.
Hey. Leave Meglar alone.
He's with us.
Yeah,
Well, but maybe I spoke too much. Perhaps I should find the heroes this side.
I really think you did.
Okay, well,
No,
Find
I
the
wouldn't go that far.
Find the heroes. You
I
found.
no disrespect. I'm sorry, but I may have misjudged your allegiances.
What I could tell you is, you notice that his hand is gone? That he has a hook?
I noticed the hook. Yeah. Did you do that?
That's signs of a pirate.
He gave that hand away.
Well, I don't know if that's signs of a pirate. My grandma had a hook.
How'd she lose her hand?
Fishing accident.
What was she fishing for?
For fish.
Sharks?
She got caught up in a line out on her ship. We're a family-run business. We've had generations of fishermen in our family.
Sharks would have been cooler.
I just lean over to Batoris, say she was a pirate.
That very well, Yuri. I just kind of nod.
She wasn't a pirate, damn it! And he just slams his beer down, and he's like,
I wasn't.
I hate pirates. All pirates need to be dealt with. And this Drake Renwick Drake, he is a pirate, my friends. And as he starts like raising his voice, you see a lot of other people start like looking over at your conversation now.
Master Andrews, let's calm down. Why don't we is there a private room in here, or is it just the bar and that's it?
In the snapping line, it's kind of the bar. That's it. There's not any like real private rooms here. So let me see. I don't know if I have it or not. I don't think I had the picture of what it is. It's kind of just like a basic room with stairs leading up to like a small like inn that they have. There's a few rooms upstairs for people spending the night, but it's a really small bar.
How would you like let's take this conversation somewhere more private. I say quietly so the entire bar can't hear me. I'll ask
suppose
Anders.
we could do that.
Mistress Hannah, do you have a room available?
Oh yeah, there's nobody upstairs. So if you guys want, you could head upstairs. Just talk business.
I'll slide her a gold piece.
And then-
Yuri just nudges Boston and says they're getting a room.
Yeah.
As Anders kind of walks away, Meglar just spits in his direction.
Meglar, he's just upset. You don't have to be so rude. And you're spitting on the floor of this fine establishment. Have some respect.
Oh, shut up, monk.
This is a very prestigious bar.
Whatever.
It's been a lot of time passed out on this floor.
I don't need any more spit, just in case I do it again.
Well, wasn't my fault. Anders was a douche.
But your father just spit.
I think Vitoris is in there scheming up something with Anders.
Meglar agrees.
Maybe scheming up his butt.
Do you guys really
I
think
take
they're
a sip
doing?
of a drink.
You guys really think they're doing butt stuff up there?
Are they
Maybe.
yelling this as we're going up the stairs?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna flip them all off as I walk up the stairs.
See, guys, he's gonna use that one finger. You knew it.
Just one.
Ignore the rest of that conversation and just find an empty room upstairs.
All right.
I just motioned over to Hannah for another drink.
Here's like the basic layout of the snapping line.
I was just more wondering if there was a place to talk quietly. That was all. Like if there was an alcove, or if they did happen to have a few rooms.
Yeah, it's a
or
pretty
something like
it's a
that.
pretty open little place when you look at the map or like what it looks like. It's
So we were sitting like I can't. So we were sitting like around the middle area there.
yeah,
At the top,
just
where the
one
deer
of
head.
these, yeah, yep. There's like a couple like bigger tables at the top and where the wraparound bar is. And so now there's the stairs on the left there. You and Anders Vitoris start making your way up the stairs as there's a lot of back talk. Yeah, you guys, Vitoris, you go with him upstairs and you guys like go into a room and nothing gay happens at all.
Absolutely not.
Even though they were holding hands on the way up the stairs.
We were not holding hands on the way up the stairs.
But you guys get into the room and Anders just starts saying, I need you to believe me that something's not right with this Drake. I feel that we need to find proof to expel him, to get him out of here, to get him arrested. I don't know what we can do, but I'll tell you one thing, Vitoris. I have heard from Gellin Primwater that Drake's ship, the Hellfish, has frequently been seen by the old abandoned lighthouse of Moor Sabula. And if you ask me, it's an awfully strange place to be conducting a supposedly legal shipping business from.
Hold on, I'm writing all that down. Where was it?
The lighthouse of Moor Sabula is about it's on the edge of the Keeland Kingdom. It's probably about 50 miles or so, maybe even 100 miles south of here. I never traveled down to the south. The best fishing waters are to the west, but you can't miss it. It's right off the coast.
I also do. How long ago did the Guardians come into town? I'm trying to keep my voice down a little bit.
Oh, they've been here for a good 2 to 3 weeks now.
Before or after Drake showed up?
Before Drake showed up. Now, a lot of people like Drake. They say he's a good guy, but I don't know. Maybe he is. I don't know, but something. Just my intuition is just telling me that something's off with this guy.
Oh, what do you know about Govek and the Guardians?
I don't know much, but I fear that some of them are pirates.
They're all pirates.
Well, that explains it, I guess.
I'll tell him about the huge meeting that happened. God, what was it? How long ago was that meeting now? 3 weeks ago?
At least, probably longer than that, yeah, 3-4 weeks.
Yeah, 3-4. I'll let him know about the pirate meeting we infiltrated and let him know that Govek is in charge and the overall thing of the, Govek was the one who was sent to the Saltmarsh area.
I have seen a ship that kind of docked just outside of the harbor, and it's probably Govak's ship, but I know Drake, he has brought his ship, the Hellfish, right into the docks.
What does he do for a living?
He's a trader. He trades goods back and forth between Cordova and Faerun. He dabbles in the selling of weapons, legal weapons, and ancient arts and antiquities, magic items.
Does he actually trade them here? Does he actually do trade in Saltmarsh?
I don't think he
just
does
what he
any.
says?
Yeah, I think he just decided to come here because it's kind of an in-between place between Seaton and Aramor.
Have you ever heard of a ship called the Hanged Man?
No, I haven't.
That's Govac's ship.
Oh. Yeah, maybe the one out in the harbors is that ship. I'm not sure. I haven't been out in a while. I've been very busy with the council.
Understandable. How long ago did Edda pass away?
She only passed away 2 days ago.
How did she die?
I'm assuming old age. She was 92
Assuming?
years old, so it's...
So you don't think there's anything shady about her death?
I don't know. I mean, she was old, and
Was she sickly?
she didn't seem sickly, but there's also no... I saw the body. There was no marks of foul play that I could tell, but that's not to say that she wasn't poisoned.
True. I just find it convenient. How has... Wait a second, I gotta find his name. How's Gellin taken to the changes?
I think Gellin seems okay with it. Gellin's very, very progressive, and he keeps saying that we're putting Saltmarsh on the map. I don't know. I don't know if I like that. I think we may be drawing the wrong kind of crowd in here.
How was shit? I'm trying to ask about shit that I don't know anything about because I haven't talked to Hector yet. So what have the Guardians been doing since they showed up?
They say they've just been protecting the town, protecting them from the Sahaugen. But personally, I haven't seen any Sahaugen in this parts in a while.
When's the last time you saw a Sahaugen?
Well, I saw the body of a Sahaugen that one of the travelers dispatched right on the beach, but before that, it had probably been at least a few months.
I can't promise anything, but I will talk to the others of the group, let them know your concerns.
Well, that's fine, but between you and me, I don't really trust the orc in your party.
Understandable.
Maybe don't tell him everything, but I really think that you guys could be the ones to kind of infiltrate the lighthouse and see what kind of dirt you can dig up on him. I can pay you whatever it is you need. My family has quite the fortune. Do you need ships, money, a house?
We have a house. Remember, you guys gave us the one just outside of town.
Oh, that old shitty
Amanda.
house. Oh, I mean, that she's a real deal.
We fixed it up.
Well,
By the way, how is Hedwick been doing in the town? He said he's been doing some things around town.
he's been
How
great.
has that been working out?
Oh yeah, Master Hedwick. He's been donating money to the town, fixing up all the buildings down by the docks. Like I said, Saltmarsh, I have to say, is in a really good place. But I don't want to say that it's because of these Guardian pirates. But I don't know. It's something. I feel like this is the calm before the storm.
Maybe. Have you talked to anyone else about your suspicions?
No, I can't trust anybody.
You haven't even talked to Oleander?
Eleander
Captain
is
Star?
he is very suspicious of the Guardians. Of course, I mean, Eleander is outnumbered. His troops have all been recalled back to the capital. So
Why have they been recalled?
the king is worried about a Sahaugen invasion attacking the city. They have a blockade across the city. Supposedly, some Sahaugen entered into the king's palace, but the king's guard.
I heard of that.
Yeah, so maybe King Scotty's right, but maybe he's just paranoid. I don't know. I've never met the man.
I've met him a couple times. I don't know about pulling all of the troops from everywhere to weaken everywhere else. Maybe that was their plan.
Maybe the king doesn't really care about Saltmarsh like he once did. Now that you know, the mine is slowing down.
What is it? Just fishing and mining in this town?
But yeah. And now that the dwarves have taken over the mine, I don't think there's any profits coming to Saltmarsh.
Troubling. Well, maybe I'll swing by, talk to Oleander. I'll definitely let the rest of our group know about your fears and about the lighthouse. Abdul Sadullah? Did I say that right?
It was called.
I probably butchered the spelling.
Mora Zabula.
Moor Sabula. Moor, like Moor.
100 miles south of here.
It is. What did I say?
I just want to. I think it's 100 miles. I'm just double checking that I wrote it down right.
Yeah, I think you said it was 100 miles. Let me just check to make sure that what I had thought was 100 miles. I actually didn't look at the map to give you an actual.
I'm sure he doesn't know that it's like, it's 113 miles, 113.3
No,
miles.
I mean just for you. I don't know. I don't know if I just threw that number out there.
Oh, gotcha. Like it might actually only be like 50 miles.
Right. No, yeah, it's about 100 miles. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I will definitely bring the. Oh God.
I'm just changing the map to show you guys. So like this is the old like region map that showed you like the boundaries of the Keeland kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
So they told you that the lighthouse was near the edge of their kingdom to the southern edge. So and it's about 20 miles south of Silver Bluff technically.
Okay. All right. Because we went to Silver Bluff, right? That was the village that got wiped out.
Yeah. Right.
All right. All right. I think we roughly know where that area is, so we've been down there. Not that far south, but we've been down there. So.
Well, I think it's time that we return to go get a drink before they start getting suspicious of us.
Absolutely.
Your friends, that is.
They're just assholes.
Clearly.
But you mentioned houses, ships, and everything else. You would.
Yeah. What else would you want? Women, glory,
Whoa.
fame, men. What is it?
What are you, a demigod? Giving out just glory and women?
Well, I hear the traveler's good name is has a lot more weight to it these days. So I could use my influence to help to push your good name to the west.
What contacts do you have to the west?
Oh, I do a lot of trading with people in Liara. I told you all the good fishing is to the west.
All the way to Liara? Do I have a rough idea on where Liara is?
Yeah, you guys all kind of know roughly where it is. That it's on the map.
Wouldn't that be like a week's journey, or I'm thinking, is it that far away?
It's probably that far away. It's probably it's like 400 miles. So yeah, it's probably you can do 100 miles a day. So it's a couple days away.
Yeah, 4 days away.
Yeah.
You guys go all the way to Liara to do your fishing?
No, well, we only go halfway.
You guys go out for a while then.
Yeah, if you want to get the good catch. But I own several ships. My family owns several ships. So.
Do you happen to have any weapons for ships?
We're fishermen. We don't really use weapons.
All right.
Except for harpoons, nets. But if I can get you harpoons and nets if you'd like.
I worry about the orc with the harpoon.
You're right. You're right. So, well, you see what you can do, and then we'll talk again soon.
Yep. If I will talk to my friends, and if we happen to head down that way, I will let you know.
Excellent.
Let's head on back downstairs for another drink.
All right. So he follows you down the stairs, back to the bar, where things are starting to get a little rowdy down there. Like you can hear a lot of the townsfolk start singing, and everybody's definitely getting a little bit tipsy at this point.
I'm gonna ask Hannah for a glass of the best she's got.
And she pours you a little bit of the Black Charger from Vossen.
Is that Vossen stuff?
That's Vossen stuff, which I don't know if that's the good stuff or not. I keep forgetting.
Vossen, what's the good stuff? I think Vossen fell asleep.
Oh yeah.
What's the name of the good stuff?
Is it?
The good stuff?
Yeah. Is it the Black Charger or the?
Yeah, Black Charger.
Yeah.
Or actually, no, Dragon Kiss.
The Dragon Kiss is the good stuff.
Oh,
I know I wrote it down somewhere. Dragon Kiss is the good stuff.
does that come in a shot or a glass?
Whatever you want.
Well, there's a difference.
It depends on
Yes, there
how
is.
much of
One's a
pussy you
shot,
are.
one's a glass, but the pussies take the shot. The other people just drink it out of a glass.
I'll take a glass of Dragon's Kiss.
And she charges us the 5 copper for the Dragon's Kiss.
I'll hand her silver.
All right,
And
so-
how I don't think I've ever tried it. How is it?
I don't know, how is it, Vossen?
It's fucking delicious.
Do I need to make a Constitution save?
It is strong.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's see how well Vitoris saves it. Okay, yeah. Yeah, not bad. I mean, you're feeling pretty good for the night. I mean, you feel like you just did some shit. You just had a little man-to-man talk, and you're feeling like you're on top of this shit tonight.
A little D to M.
No.
Clitoris. You look like you're having a great day. I mean, day.
I was.
Anders is
And then
walking down the stairs in front of him, Vitoris, and he's like pulling the fly up on his pants.
Oh my
I just start
god.
clapping. Slow clap as he walks down.
I'm just down the whole drink.
Nothing else.
So yeah, you gotta get that taste out of your mouth, huh?
We're Snodlers. I'm about to go hang out with Snodlers.
So anyway, this is the part that you don't want to touch. If you touch this, you might die. Oh god, you're asleep again. Alright, we're gonna start over from the beginning.
Oh my god.
Dude's gonna be in a coma by the time you're done.
So Hector, you got your owl flying around, and your owl spots the ships that are out in the harbor. So you can kind of see through his eyes the ship that's docked at the bay. It's the Hellfish, which is Drake's ship. It's a large ship. It has probably quite a few ballistas along the sides of it. It definitely looks like more like a warship. It's definitely bigger than the Sea Ghost. You also see a pirate ship that's out in the harbor, and that also looks about the same size as a good 100-foot, 150-foot ship. Again, this one also has several ballistas on it.
So we're clearly outgunned here. It's not even close.
Yeah, definitely the Sea Ghost doesn't look anything like these other boys' ships.
Fuck. All right. I want to see if I can get. How about this? How close to our ship is their ship? Start with that.
It's literally only a couple like docks away. So like on the map, like it would be like in this other little harbor.
Near Boston's warehouse.
Yeah.
Perfect. If I go, I'm gonna go hang out on the Seagulls for just a little bit. Stay like below deck, out of sight, and I'm just gonna like pilot my owl around and see if I can't go back himself on the ship, or Drake. I want to just spy on them for a bit, see what they're up to.
Okay, we'll come back
See
to
if there are
that.
any super secret meetings after the town meeting today.
So as you guys are all so you head out, and as you're heading out of the bar, Hector, Renwick Drake walks into the snapping line, and he kind of nods as you kind of hold the door open for him, and he walks into the tavern, and he takes his hat off and puts it under his armpit, and he's just holding his hat, and he makes his way to the bar, and he's just like, "Gentlemen, good day," and he goes to the bar and gets a drink, and you see him get a glass of the Black Charger, and he takes a nice sip of it and stands back, and now he just kind of looks over the bar and just kind of looks around. He definitely has I don't know if it's an arrogance of him, but he just definitely has some confidence to himself, some swagger as he walks in, and he starts kind of like scanning the room for some women.
I lightly nudged Vossen and look over at the guy and suck some spit through my teeth.
That was disgusting.
Meglar's kind of
Look at me do that.
Meglar's just kind of sitting at the bar, not really looking at him. But he does say, "That's quite a replacement for a hand, man."
And,
What is it?
He looks over and he sees Hannah, and you can hear him first say something to Hannah, something about like, perhaps you will take me up on that date I was asking you about. But and then he hears you talk about the hand, Megler, and he looks over and goes, "I believe I know you. What was your name again?"
The name is Meglar Eightdoll.
Oh, yes. Yes, young Meglar. How have you been, my friend? And he walks over and puts his arm around you, Meglar.
I have been very well, man. It is good to see you.
Oh, it's very, very good to see you. You are doing well for yourself. What do you live here in Saltmarsh now?
Nah, I'm just kind of traveling with the crew over here.
He kind of looks over at the hodgepodge of crew sitting at the table. And, gentlemen. So tell me, you are a sailor? You're not doing the life of piracy, I hope, right?
No, of course not.
Oh, excellent! This is good to hear. It's good to see you alive and well. Tell me your tales. What have you done, Meglar? Oh, it is so good to see you.
Oh, dude, I've been through a lot of shit, even going right through the seas and attacked by our, do I have to say it, Sahaugans.
And he takes his hook and he just slams it down to the table. Those dirty scoundrels, those Sahaugan. I hate these sea devils.
Tell me about it. I fucking hate them myself.
I also fucking hate them too. Well, have you killed many of them? Do you know of their lair, their base? I hear it is to the north, up just past the lizard folk who live just north of here. This is why I'm here. I have come to get a better look, to find a militia or raise my own army. I hear these guardians are good warriors. I can purchase them to attack and take care of these savages once and for all myself, seeing as how the useless king hasn't done anything about it.
Oh my god, I fucking hate that king.
Well, I don't know if I hate the king. He seems like an honorable man, but he is he definitely is not a man of action, if you know what I mean.
No, he's not.
How about you and your friends? Would you like to work for me, and you go and scout out these Sahaugen and bring me some of their heads, per se?
I'm sure I could talk to the other guys about that. I'm sure they would be down for it.
Yes, I like you, Magla. You are very strong.
Yeah, I try to be strong, man. Always. You got my greatsword on by your side, man. Always.
It is good. It is good to know. It is good to see you again, Magla. But I must get to going. I'm here to go on a date with this beautiful woman over here.
One more thing, man.
Yes.
Congratulations on the election, man.
Oh, thank you. Did you vote for me, my brother?
Of course I did.
Oh, excellent. It is so good to know that I have such long friendships around this realm. Oh, it's good to see you. If you need anything, I am staying at the old mansion house down the road. It was once belonged to Gillen, but apparently this man has many houses here. But yes, come see me anytime. If you feel free to talk or you want business opportunities. I am always around, and I have the coin to spend.
Righty.
It's good to see you, my friend. And he turns and he kind of leans in to talk to Hannah, and he's like kind of trying to whisper and flirt in her ear, but you can tell she's kind of like, whatever, dude.
Wait, I hear who say whatever, dude?
Hannah, she's like kind of like disgusted by him. She kind of sees through his crap. She's only got eyes for Vasen.
Gotcha. Alright, so Meglar just pretty much returns and just goes right back to his drink.
Okay.
It's like Meglar's got a new friend.
Or an old friend back new?
Definitely beats Vitoris' new friend.
Well, you didn't take him to a little secret room, so. Seems
He's too
reasonable.
well. He's a wealthy guy.
You
don't need.
It looks like
Besides-
fire to me.
I didn't hear that. What?
Huh? I was fed. He looks like a pirate to me.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Like, you can't bullshit a bullshitter.
I don't like the cocksucker.
Well, whatever, guys. And Meglar just gets back to drinking. But then he does bring up, he did give us offers us a little work to kill some Sahaugen and bring their heads to him.
Are we supposed to start with Kolos?
Yuri,
He is a
You
Sahaugen, right?
you couldn't do anything if you wanted to.
I got a feeling if Kolos was a Sahaugen, this guy would have fucking attacked him by now. Because this guy fucking hates Sahaugens. After all, one of their sharks bit his hand off. But he's got a pretty sweet replacement hand.
Pretty sweet pirate hand he's got.
Yes, he does.
So you're saying he's a pirate?
So is Anders' mom a pirate too?
Andrew's mom?
Anders' mom? She had a hook for a hand.
I'm so confused.
All right, so Hector, your owl's kind of like flying around as you're kind of like in a trance, looking through his eyes, and your owl kind of like flies over the Hellfish, the ship nearest you, Drake ship, and it looks pretty empty. There's a few crew members on deck. It looks pretty quiet though. But as your owl flies out to the south, out towards deeper waters, this is where it is Govac's ship out here. But it's definitely an armed Seaprint ship without the flags. You do see the Guardian flag kind of waving in the night, but you don't see Govac on top of the ship or anything.
Gotcha. Where in the hell is he?
He's probably in the Pearl.
Probably down below deck. Yeah. After I wouldn't linger too long, I suppose. Head back to the bar. All the shops are closed for the night, right? It's getting kind of late.
Yeah, everything's closing at this point.
Cool. And we already gave our crew the day off, right?
Yep. So like as you're kind of out and about, you've seen some of the crew members kind of walking through the town. Some of them were drinking. Some of them were just getting a nice bite to eat, stretching their legs.
Cool. All right. I'll just head back to the bar for now.
Anyway, fellas, should we carry on to the next spot?
I'm down for going to another one.
I think this one drink will be enough for me tonight, boys.
Just got a full stomach.
What?
You gentlemen have a good one.
All right. So Vitoris, where are you headed then? You're going to the ship, or are you going to the house?
I'll check on the ship, see if there's anyone aboard. See if anyone has. Oh, there's two of me.
What? Vitoris is leaving?
Yeah, he said he's not going bar hopping. Swing by the ship, see if anyone's still on board. Check, make sure everything's all right. Then I'm gonna head home. Maybe see what Snodlers is getting into. Make sure he hasn't burnt the place down.
So this is a leaf.
Oh, jeez, he's down to the basics with that dude.
He has like taped glasses on his face that have like pictures of eyes on them.
Well, if I get there, you're still talking to him when you're distracted. I'm just gonna quietly wake him up. Just tell him to shh and tell him to get out of here, and then I'll take his place and suffer through it. Poor bastard. I felt bad for him. Does he even wake up? Or did he just give up on life?
No, I feel like he wakes up occasionally and then goes out again.
To find out you're still talking about leaf structure.
He nods his head, probably like, and just falls back asleep.
I stopped talking.
Haha, I knew you weren't listening. Back to the beginning.
All right, so you guys at the snapping line, you guys, Yuri and Vasen, you guys are bar hopping?
Mm-hmm.
All right, where are you headed to then?
Yeah, we're going to...
Well, so the next bar in town is the Wicker Goat, which was this tavern that was somewhere over here, one of these places.
Does the Wicker Goat?
Isn't that the guard bar?
Yeah, it's the guard bar that's kind of owned by dwarves. Unless you guys want to skip that and go across the river to the Empty Net, the pirate bar.
Wasn't there a dwarf bar too?
That
That's
was
the one you just said, the Wicker Goat.
Yeah, the Wicker Goat. So it's because it's like proximity to the barracks. That's where like the guards go.
Oh, for some reason I thought there was like a bar the guards went to, and I thought there was like a separate one that like a lot of the miners, when they come back to town, that's where they went.
Yeah, it's the miners and the guards. They kind of all frequent the same bar.
So, on the way over there, I just want to start by telling Wesson how much of a pussy Vitoris is.
Yeah, we've seen this many times. He just likes to hide. Sometimes people are scared.
True, very true. And I believe that the dwarves we talked to on the Slaver Island have possibly directed us here.
Directed us or suggested
Or
to you?
directed me. Well, you were standing there too.
No, I don't remember.
Of possibly my brother making his way here
Ooh, shit.
to Saltmarsh.
Well then.
So I'm going to try to see what I can find out at the next spot. As I have a few drinks.
Of course. Let's go.
All right, so
So
you,
who's going with us? Is Meglar
Just-
coming with us?
I don't know who pussied out.
Yeah, Meglar's taking along.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not. Golos is going to hang back in the bar.
Untrustworthy orc.
Cool. So what are you doing? You're hanging back at the bar.
Yeah, is Drake still at the bar?
Yeah, he's still at the bar flirting with Hannah.
Yeah, that's why I'm hanging back. We'll go talk to him.
All right, so as you walk up to him, he kind of like looks at you and turns back around, like he's busy, too busy to talk to you.
I'm going to sit down next to him. Ugh. And asked Hannah for a drink.
So he stops and he drinks his drink, and she takes your order. And then he looks over to you and he goes, "Oh, a Triton. That's very nice to see one of you again. It's been a while since I've been to Trilora.
You've been to Trilora?
Oh yes, I've traveled all over this realm. A
Interesting.
beautiful city, beautiful, very beautiful. I wish I could have spent more time there, but I can't breathe underwater."
Of course not. Of course not. So you'd have to have stayed in the high tower, of course.
Of course, beautiful.
I understand.
We're judging by your stature. Are you one of the guards in town, or
Yes, sir.
what are you doing here in Saltmarsh? I don't normally see Tritons around anywhere other than at their home.
Well, I was given leave to hunt Sahaugen.
Oh, the Sahaugen, the sea dogs. I hate these devils. And he slams his hook down into the bar again. And Hannah's like, Mr. Drake, please, can you stop doing that?
Oh, I have to agree with you.
I can't. I must say, King Dorvos. He entrusted you to hunt them down by yourself. This is incredible. You must be some sort of amazing warrior.
Well, I would say a decent fighter, but with nothing to lose.
Oh, these are the type of people I'm looking for to join my crew. Would you be interested in joining my crew on the Hellfish?
I must apologize. I'm already with the crew.
Oh, but money talks. And as he pulls out like a large coin purse and he just starts piling gold on the table in front of you.
I'm sorry, sir. Gold has no attraction to me besides getting what I need.
Well, then here, just take this towards what you need then. And he just gives you 200 gold.
I push it back at him and I say, gold is not what I need.
Oh.
I need your sword.
Oh, my sword. I do not know why you would need my sword.
Look at that sword closely.
I have seen this sword. It is from the from your people. This is why I bought this sword. I found it in a pawn shop per se. Somebody had sold this sword foolishly.
Yes, in my moment of weakness.
I apologize. This is your sword, my new friend.
Yes. And I propose a trade for you.
I am listening.
I pull out my ornate short sword with the ivory tusked pommel, excuse me.
Mhm.
And I put it down on the bar.
He takes a look at it and grabs it by two hands, and he's like, this is quite a nice blade. I definitely like this hilt on here. This is very nice. But I will tell you what. If this is truly your sword, what does the inscription say on the handle?
Out of game, I put an inscription on the handle.
I don't know.
Oh boy.
So what? Tell me, what does the inscription say on the handle?
I didn't realize I had an inscription on the handle.
Oh, this must not be your sword then, is it? If you do not know what that says, how can I just trade this off? This sword that I have is a much more elegant weapon than this tiny little short sword.
Oh, I understand that. I'll be more than happy to part with gold.
I have all the gold I need. I have no need for more gold. I seek out these amazing weapons from all around the realm. This short sword of the city of Trilor is kind of a hard to come by item. But I see that you are very interested in it, so perhaps we could work out some sort of arrangement where you earn my trust, and I will just give it to you. And besides, there is no inscription on the handle, so just to let you know.
Yeah.
So you work with my friend. He's a half orc. His name is Meglar. You will find him in the city.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
you
we
know
sailed
of this Meglar. Oh, me and
Yes.
Meglar go way back. You get with Meglar and you fight some of my enemies. The Sahaugen. You bring me proof of all the Sahaugen that you killed, since you are a great warrior, and I will gladly give you this weapon of your people.
How many Sahagin do you want me to kill?
Oh, my man. And he hands you over a drink. He's like, just one would be enough. Sahaugen are very fierce warriors. I know this, one of them had taken my hand long ago when they attacked my friend Meglar's ship.
Yes, Meglar has said that.
Meglar, he was just a young boy when his ship went down. He was still fighting, and he did not know the potential that he had with his crew. But I see now he is much more mature, and he's a very good man. You should stick with him.
Oh, I will.
You could learn a lot from him.
I've already learned a little bit from him.
Apparently, you did not learn how to lie very good. And he kind of nudges you.
I don't lie.
I know your people are interesting people. They're very serious. But that is good. I like you. What did you say your name was again?
Polos Lannerseth.
Lannerseth. Yes, I heard of the name. Your father, he was a great warrior as well, I presume, yeah?
Yes, he was.
Well, the next time that I speak with King Dorvos, I will ask about you, and and I expect to hear wonderful news, and maybe perhaps we'll give a good word. And next time you return, you will have a promotion. Maybe you will be captain of the guard, huh?
I don't know if Charlora has anything left for me.
Oh, why is that?
Because there's, besides the guard, and besides the people, I personally have nobody left there.
Oh, your father, he no longer lives?
No,
Oh,
murdered.
Oh, I'm very sorry. What's it? Was it these Hogan that murdered him?
Yes, it was.
Oh, these devils.
Why do you think I hunt them?
This is why I am here as well, to hunt them down.
Well, maybe we'll have a good friendship then.
Perhaps
I
we
put out
will.
my hand.
And he puts out his hook, and he raises his glass for cheers.
I raised my glass too for a cheers, but I set it down. I do not drink.
Okay. Well, it was very, very nice meeting you, and I will promise this sword will be yours. I will not trade it. I will keep it safe on my side.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I stand up and I go to leave, and I turn around and say, and congratulations on being the new council member.
Thank you, and he bows politely to you.
And then I walk out.
All right, back at the drunkards kind of making their way down the road. You guys made your way over to the Wicker Goat. The Wicker Goat is probably about the same size as the snapping line as you enter. You've been in there before. It doesn't smell like fish and beer as much. It's a little bit more cleanly, and it's run by a dwarvish man. This is the place where you guys had been in before, where you met Copperlocks originally. Well, Yuri did. Manistrate Copperlocks. She kind of runs the back office from the mine. This is kind of where she comes back and spends her time. But as you enter, there's a few King's guardsmen in there. There's the dwarven man tending bar. But it's definitely pretty quiet. It's definitely a quieter atmosphere than that of the snapping line was earlier. So, what are you guys doing when you enter?
I like stumble in and bump into fucking Yuri. Ooh, this place is a little different mood.
That guy just walks in and sits right at the bar and goes, "Give me a grog."
Hi, coming right up. And the dwarfish man, he pours you a beer, and he says, "That'll be 2 copper, my friend."
Whatever. And he just drops the 2 copper.
What
I
brings?
come up to the bar right next to Meglar.
Customers thought this is great. What brings you here today, guys? And
Give me some booze.
Oh, sir, coming right up. And he's just pouring booze. And this bar itself, it's kind of a lower bar. It's made by dwarves, and it originally was a dwarvish bar. So, like, Boston, as you and Meglar sit down, it's you definitely sit like way up above the bar, so it's only like waist high, you know. And the man, he stands there at like your eye level basically, and he hands you guys both a couple of ales.
I put 1 gold down. Keep him coming.
Aye, coming right up. I like boys that are ready for a challenge. And he starts like pouring like 6 or 7 beers. He just keeps pouring up, and he's like lining up behind him on the counter, ready to hand them off.
I turn to look at Yuri. I'm like, and get one for that guy too.
And he
Yuri.
slides it right down to you, Yuri, and he just nods and gives you like a salute.
Yuri's feeling all comfortable up at this bar. That's the perfect size for him. Feels like it's been built for him.
Hell yeah.
Slams down the drink and nods back at the bartender.
So, what brings you boys here, besides the excellent hospitality that us dwarves have to offer?
We're just got back into town from our travels and figured we'd come in for a drink.
Oh, but you come to the right place now, you hear.
Yeah, this is my kind of place.
So where did you come from? You were out traveling and come from far away? Tell me more about yourself. I've never seen you guys in here before.
We're actually from here.
Oh, well, you must not come in my bar. You must go into that pirate bar over there, or that fishy bar, huh?
Where's the fishy bar?
Gotcha. Well, yeah, to each their own.
I actually sleep in the street over by the fishy bar.
Was there anything going on at the ship, or not so much?
Oh, the ship? Yeah, it was pretty quiet. I mean, most of the people are out doing their thing, and then some of them are just kind of hanging out in the crew, or hanging in the quarters, playing cards, just having downtime.
Would I have passed Vitoris on my way back to the bar as he was leaving the bar?
Yeah, probably.
If I had saw him come my way, I would just stop, turn around, and just go hang out with him for the rest of the night, probably, rather than going back to the bar and just getting smashed. So
Okay.
I'll let him know that that's pretty much all the others' plans, I think, except for maybe Kolos, since he doesn't drink.
Yeah.
No, I got other plans.
yeah,
Or
I'm gonna
house.
catch up catch Vitoris up on my discussion with Oleander.
I'll let him know about Anders' fears. Say we'll probably have a meeting about it in the morning.
Gotcha.
Did we talk to Hedwig?
Briefly.
I wonder if he knows anything about what's going on. See what he's heard. I mean, he's here more than we are.
He's a pretty busy guy, though.
How you want to take it? Did they buried her in one night, right?
Yeah.
Tonight? Okay. You want to go? It's probably too late. I was gonna say you want to go talk.
Do you want to go dig her up?
I'll say dig her up and see if
I thought for sure that's what he was about to say. It's like, really?
we could use her
Really?
for some ingredients.
So this is my insight roll to make sure that I taught the guy well, and I think I did a pretty damn good job.
Yeah.
Well, and you turn around and you see me and Hector sitting there.
No. Then I would find him again and start over.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, you're going to be with me. You're not going to learn anything.
What are you growing?
None of your goddamn business.
Fucking. I'm gonna go wake the guy up and see if he knows what the fuck Snodler's growing.
Snodler's got a whole grow up going on.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so this stuff puts you to sleep. What else does it do? And how illegal is it? On a scale of 1 to burn it down.
Scale of 1 to guard raid.
I should go talk to the authorities. That would be Govak.
Yeah, right? What the
Or you
fuck?
could just pay him for protection.
I'm hoping he comes out here to see what's up.
All right, so yeah, so you guys kind of like head back. Are you guys going to the mansion then, Hector and Vitoris?
Head back to the mansion.
All right, so you guys are back at the mansion with Snodler. So we'll go back to the Wicker Goat then, where Yuri and Vasen are there getting smashed at the bar.
Megler's are too.
Oh, and Megler, yeah, and the bartender was asking, so tell me about where have you been? How was tell me about your adventures then. Guys, what brings you here? You get kicked out of the snapping line?
Kicked out. Ha! That's funny.
I thought it was funny. Did you get kicked out? Okay.
So Yuri, why are we here?
We didn't get kicked out. We're just making our way around town, is all.
Well, I just checking. I didn't mean any offense by it, but you know.
Why would we
come
kicked
in
out?
here and breaking up my fine establishment? Are you looking for work? I hear the mine is trying to get back going now that Copperlocks isn't in charge. I hear she died in the casino when the casino ship went down.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, it was a real accident out there at the Golden Fortune. It went down, and apparently, Miss Copperlocks, she went down with the ship. But now the dwarves of the Aramar Trading Guild have claimed the rights to the excavation site. But so they were kind of they're in town up at the mine now. They're dealing with the rogue group Moradin's Left Hand. Apparently, Miss Copperlocks was selling blue gems that she was finding in their mine and selling them for quite a pretty profit to those dwarves of Moradin's Left Hand. And of course, we all know that they were questionable too, and selling all sorts of illegal implements to unsavory characters, but. The head of the trade guild, he in Aramar, he's definitely put his foot down on this, and hoping he'll straighten this whole matter out, and we'll all start profiting again off of this mine.
Are they still pulling the blue diamonds out of the mine?
Oh, I don't know. After the cave-in, they haven't gotten back into the depths where the blue gems are, but they say that now that she's not taking all this for herself, the dwarven guild will start making some money again. Our little Stormbreaker, he ensures us that we'll all get part of the profit.
I just look over at Vossen and say, I knew that bitch was skimping off the top. She's good at hiding it, though. Anyway, I actually was here to talk to Copperlocks.
Well, you won't be talking to her now, will you, huh?
Guess not.
You could probably find her at the bottom of the sea. and he raises up a glass. Dirty bitch.
Harry cheers them anyway, even though he feels somewhat responsible for her death. Even though he kind of wasn't. Snodler's more was.
Huh?
Anyway, maybe you might be able to help me with some information.
Well, maybe. I hear a lot of things around here, but what can I help you with, my brother?
I'm looking for a friend.
Oh, I hear the Pink Pearl has lots of friends.
Oh, believe me, I know about the Pink Pearl.
That's not the type of you're looking for. I feel like there's going to be much more to this question.
I'm actually looking for a fellow dwarf.
Go on.
So some say he's passed through here on his way to Flywind, and thinking maybe he might have stopped through here looking for Copperlocks or whatnot.
What was his name?
His name's Hobby.
Hmm. How long ago was this? Was this recent?
It could have been recent, within probably the past year
Well,
or so.
well, Copperlock, she've only been here for the past 6 months, so I don't think she would have known him. But Javi, I don't know if that rings a bell. But there's an old timer. He's back there, and he kind of points an old dwarf sitting at a table with a couple other old men. They're all kind of drinking their ales, and he says, perhaps old Merle Boulderhead over there would he might be able to help you out with the questions that you were looking for.
Well, can I get 2 drinks? 2 tall drinks, please, or 3 actually.
Yeah. So he pours a couple of drinks. Actually, he grabs the drinks that were behind, ready for you guys, and he's like, here you go.
Slide one over to Voss and say, I'm gonna go talk to this old man, and pick up both of the drinks and go walking over towards the old timer.
All right.
I slide him over one of the drinks and greet him, I guess.
So these guys are only speaking Dwarvish, and there's a couple old men, and they all just start like breaking your balls when you come over, and they're all kind of like laughing at you because they've never seen you here before. So they're like, hey, mate, what makes you think you can come over to our table and just start drinking with us?
I tell him in Dwarfish, this is my table.
Your table? Oh, we've been sitting at the table for the past 50 years or so. Let me see your hands, boy.
I show him my hands.
And then they like, grab your hands and like kind of like forcefully, and they like pull your arms into the middle of the table, and these 3 old men are sitting around. And they're like, look at these heads. Does it look like he's worked at a day in his life? I bet you're one of those sort of people that take credit for everybody else's work, aren't you?
I grab my hands and just pull them back real quick. I do work. Getting all offended.
No, we don't mean to offend. We're just having a little fun with you, laddie. But how about a peace offering? And here, and they pull out some. They have this bottle on the table, and they slide it over to you. Have a little drink of that.
I take a drink of it.
All right, go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
Hopefully, I just didn't drink poison.
All right, roll a Constitution save.
This is how Yuri dies.
Still admitting that he doesn't do any work. Just kidding.
So Yuri, you take a big swig of this stuff, and instantly you just start like coughing, and your face turns bright red, and they all just start laughing at you at the same time. These old men, they're like, that's what we thought would happen. Not a real worker, are you, boy? That's okay though. Have a seat. And the one dwarf moves over so you can sit at the booth with them, and so tell us what's your name?
Name's Yuri Runestone.
Oh, Yuri, good good to meet you. Merle Boulderhead. And, these are a couple of my friends. Their names aren't important, but so what brings you here, Yuri Runestone?
What are you guys, miners or something?
Oh, yeah, of course we're miners. This is what we do. We've been working in this mine for at least 50 years or so. It's a good job. It pays well. You ought to try working for a living. It's very rewarding.
And we're speaking in Dwarfish, right?
Yeah.
I'm just traveling with the monk over there and the orc.
Oh, okay. No dwarfs, eh? But no judgment here.
I know we like to stick to our own kind, but these guys look out for me.
Well, friends in strange places. I get it.
And the monk over there will outdrink any of you guys.
Wow, just gonna say that he looks like he's had a little bit too much to drink already.
Nah, he's just getting started.
Here, offer him a drink. And then he hands the bottle to you, Yuri.
I take it over to Vassen. Here, Vassen. The old elder dwarves over there want you to take a drink of this. Don't think you can handle your liquor.
I just take a swig out of the bottle.
All right, make a Constitution save. Let's see how he handles this.
Well, I just did.
No, it doesn't count. I didn't ask for it.
Fuck.
No, that's all right. So you take a big swig of it, and you don't cough like Yuri did, and they look at you, kind of impressed, and
I just hand it back to him like, pretty good.
And yeah, Vossen, you just hear them say something in Dwarvish, and they all start laughing. And but what they're saying is to Yuri, they're saying, "Oh, look at your friend's not much of a pussy like you are, huh, young boy?"
Much as Yuri wants to just smash in some old dwarf's face, he refrains from that, but he's getting irritated.
Okay. So you're not a worker. You're clearly not much of a drinker. So what do you do, Yuri Runestone?
I'm in the guild called the Travelers Guild. Have you heard of it?
We've heard of them. We've all heard of them. We heard that the Travelers Guild came up to the mine, and you're the ones who caved the mine in.
That's not true.
Oh.
There isn't any truth to that. Where'd you hear that from?
Where did I hear that from? All the workers up at the mine that saw the travelers come in there, and they wrecked the mine.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's okay though, because you boys might want to be careful. Though I hear there's someone out looking for you. They came through here not too long ago.
Do you know who it was?
Some dragonborn fella. Him and some of his laddie friends were trying to rough up some of us, but we scared them off. A couple of brutally looking fellas. They all wear these black cloaks and thought they could scare us in our own home, but they're no match for us. They don't know who Merle Boulderhead is.
Besides, you guys are probably paying for protection anyway, right?
Yeah, I know what you speak of. That foolish, gigantic man came in here. Oh, Govak, yeah. He thinks that he could boss us around. He came in here and tried to demand that we pay some protection money, but we told him to fuck off.
Yeah, we hear he's been been offering services around here
Yeah,
in
some
Saltmarsh.
of the others have paid him, but you can't push us around. We're dwarfs. We're proud people. All the humans around here. Some of the merchants around here. They've all had no choice but to pay him. I think they all think that Golvac has them all in his pockets now.
Yeah, go back. I think he's a pirate myself.
What gave you that idea? Of course he's a pirate.
He's big and dumb looking, kind of like that orc over there.
Yeah, kind of, but not as green.
Anyway, we're getting off subject. Anyone came through looking for copperlocks lately? A young dwarf, perhaps?
No, can't say that anybody has. Not lately. Some people from the guild were looking for her, but I think that matter's been settled now. Who are you looking for, anyway?
Looking for a dwarf. Young dwarf. Well, similar to my age. His name's Javi.
Oh, yeah, Javi. I remember him. He came in here not too long ago. He wasn't looking for no copperlocks, but he did come in here and have a drink. Him and a friend of his, some Gary or something like that. He was another dwarven fella.
You mean
Garrick? Was his name Garrick? I mean, one of the other dwarfs is like, no. His name was Grenick. I clearly remember him. His name was Grenick. Oh yeah. Grenick. He was a nice lad. Yeah. He worked up in the mine for just a short time. I don't know if these young boys are made for mining like us old timers are, but
yeah, I know how that is. This Travelers Guild would fall apart without me.
oh yeah, I'm sure of it. Yeah. Somehow we don't believe you, but let's stay on subject here because
I just burp really loud when he says it.
we gotta be going soon anyway. So you're looking for Javi. Last I heard, he came in here and was him and Grenick. They were talking about this book that some adventurers in here were showing off.
Yeah. Do you have any idea where that book is?
Well, the original book is in Candlekeep, down in the Citadel of Candlekeep in the library. But I'll tell you here, lad, this book, it could be a dangerous thing. I overheard them talking to it. It has a map to Vermilion. It's a town that disappeared. Now things disappear for a reason.
Oh, you think so?
I wouldn't go poking around no lost town like that. It's bad karma.
Oh, that's what the Travelers do.
Well, more power to you, but be safe if you go looking for the book. Those boys, Grenick and Javi, they had a copy of the book. Grenick seemed to think that they were going to make some sort of fortune, but Javi didn't seem so sure about it. He was kind of a scared lad, but I don't know whatever happened to them. I think Grenick worked in the mine for a while, but I haven't seen Javi after that.
Starting to think he might not even be alive.
Well, I don't know. Maybe was he involved with the cave-in? And he asked him over to some of the other guys, and like, no, I don't think I remember seeing him, but I do remember Grenick up there. He was having a rough time. He decided to stay on a little further, but I kind of think the Javi, he didn't last very long. I think he left the mine, and headed looking out for that village or that lost town somewhere to the east. That's all I know. But he wasn't much of a talker.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking for that village myself.
Well, like I said, boy, be real careful if you go looking for things that are lost, not to be found.
Don't you worry about me. I can handle myself.
Yeah, clearly. Well, I'm sorry we can't be much more of a help to finding your friend, but
I appreciate it anyway. It's nice to have conversations with real people.
I cheers you to that. And he holds up a glass of ale and drinks it back.
I do the same. Come on, Boston. Let's get out of here.
We're going to the next bar?
Yeah,
I, drink my drink down.
sure.
So, what you guys talk about?
Yeah, I gotta make my way over towards Candlekeep.
What do you need there?
Looking for a book.
A book on?
Not really sure exactly what the book is, but it's got a map in it that I need to get a look at.
A map of?
A map of a town that disappeared, if that makes any sense to you. Probably
It'd make
does.
a lot more sense if you had a name.
Called Vermilion.
Oh, that sounds fucking, mysterious.
Yeah, I
You're
don't...
looking for what's in Vermilion. Is that where maybe your brother is?
Might be. There's a mine there, too.
Oh?
So I figure if he's not there, then maybe we can still get rich.
I really don't need any money, but it'd be nice to know where it is.
That's if we make our way near to Candlekeep.
Well, there's only one bar. Well, I think we are going to Candlekeep.
Is that
'Cause they,
on our
they'll
list of travels?
yeah.
I mean, we
Yeah.
got to put it. I need to go there, but
No, I think it is because I believe we wanted to go and see if information on, the purpose of the trident, like what function it has and what does it do to pertain to Dagon.
and why possibly are we collecting it?
Well, why are they trying to collect it? Is the real question. We're gathering it because we wanted to get it before they did. Maybe it needs to be kept away from them, or maybe it needs to be made to take them out, or maybe they need it for them to summon them. I don't fucking know, but we can go to Candlekeep to maybe find out.
Sure, answers are in the Citadel.
Sure, answers are in the books.
I like
And-
the drunken logic of Fawcett, though.
With other people smarter than me. So that's probably a good idea of place to go. So, since the night is young, are we gonna head to the next bar? Or are we gonna call it a night? I said we keep going.
Oh my god.
I agree.
You guys have one bar left?
Forward on, we got the pirate bar that's left.
Come on, Meglar, you big goof. You can
Meglar-
spit all over this bar. They don't even care.
All right, before you
Megler
guys,
just walks along with him and then just spits on the ground as he's walking.
Better watch, Megler. Dwarves will fuck you up.
Like to see them try.
all right. Does anybody else want to do anything before these guys go to the Empty Net Tavern?
Yeah, I want to go to the Pink Pearl.
Oh, snap!
Are you secretly going to the Pink Pearl?
Well, I'm not with anybody. I'm not going to go find you guys and be like, hey, I'm going to the Pearl. You know, I'm just kind of by myself.
We all know where to find you.
Yeah, exactly.
I think the Pink Pearl's on the way to the pirate bar anyway, isn't
Yeah,
it?
I think it's literally like across the street from the pirate bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
I mean, they know their audience.
Right. I mean, that's the market for it. All right. So we'll go there. Colas makes his way. I don't know. Would you guys catch up to him? No, I think you would have passed. You actually would have been ahead of Yuri and Vasid and Meglar.
Yeah, we're in that bar for a good bit.
Yeah. So Colas, you make your way over to the Pink Pearl, which is kind of a nice looking place on the outside. It's got a nice porch on the front, and you see a couple of men standing out there, along with a few of the working women that are out there. But the men that are standing out there are, you can tell that these are unsavory looking fellows, very pirate looking, but again, these men maybe at one time wore red sashes on them looking like sea princes, but at this point they do not. But you are welcomed up onto the porch and into the main entryway into the Pink Pearl, where you're greeted by by a man. He's short, he's balding, he introduces himself as Skip. He goes, hey, welcome, my name's Skip. Welcome to the Pink Pearl. Madam Marjorie will be with you in just a moment. What are you here for? Men, women, both?
Women, please.
Oh, okay. Coming right up, sir. You do have coin, right?
Of course.
Okay, excellent. And he kind of like scuffles off, and you see his feet move like extra fast. And he just like a strange, very odd-looking little fella. And he makes his way back, and you hear him calling for Marjorie. He's like, Marjorie! And a few minutes later, the Madam Marjorie, she comes out, and she says, hey, welcome back to the Pink Pearl. I don't recall your name, but if I do recall, you had quite the entourage of ladies. Would you like the standard again?
I mean, yes. But particularly, you had this little goblin in here.
Ooh.
Oh yes, Boom Boom. She's working tonight.
Is she available right now? And I'm
No.
like looking around for her.
So she calls
Hell
upstairs.
yeah.
And she's like, Boom Boom, you have a guest. And just a minute later, you see her kind of like run down the stairs. And instantly she kind of like, her eyes kind of like widen as she sees you, Kolos, and almost thinking as if like she probably thought she'd never see you again.
Mm-hmm. Figured as much. I also tell Marjorie, I go, how many other girls are available? I understand you have other patrons, so I don't want to take them all this time.
Oh, well, we have 3 other girls that are available tonight. Oh, 3 of them. Well, no, let me see. Where's oh yeah, Helga. Yeah, Helga's available. She's dwarvish. I don't know if that's okay with you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yes, and there's 2 other women. There's Rose and Madeline, the usuals. I think you've seen them before. Most likely, most people have.
I will take them all.
Oh, excellent. It's 1 gold apiece for the night.
I pass 5 gold to her. It's 4 women, right? I'm just making sure.
Yeah, so 4 women total. So
Alright, so I
It's
pass her
including
5
Boom
gold.
Boom.
Yeah, I pass her 5 gold and be like, that extra gold is for you.
Oh well, thank you.
And then I head upstairs.
Yeah, so Boom Boom leads you upstairs, and yeah, she closes the door, and like the other 3 women are giggling, and the dwarvish woman, she kind of has like a little bit of a beard, but it's not very profound. But she's not the prettiest looking dwarvish woman.
It don't matter when the lights are out.
Oh, God.
Hell yeah.
Goals don't care.
But yeah, so Boom Boom is very excited to see you, and she kind of like pulls you aside for a minute while the others are undressing, and she's like, Kolos, I didn't think I would see you again.
I always keep my promises. Did you keep what I gave you safe?
I did.
And I have your necklace. And I have other good news, but first we have some business to attend to.
Oh dear God.
I didn't fucking pay for nothing.
Exactly.
All right, so the young goblin girl and the rest of them do their thing. We're not going to go into detail,
Nope.
but I'm sure it's probably really gross.
Yep.
Yeah, so the middle of the night, the other 3 women, they end up just kind of like leaving in the middle of the night, leaving Boom Boom, who like leaves for the moment, and then she comes back into the room. To talk.
No, obviously to talk. Well, I found your tribe.
And are they well?
They were harassed by some orcs, and we killed quite a lot of the orcs. And then we brokered a peace with a town that's on that island to help protect your tribe. So I would assume that they're well.
Oh, well, and what about my family, my parents?
I can't say specifically which ones were your parents, but I have a gut instinct that your parents are very well.
Oh, well, this is great. Can you bring me there? Can I leave this place? Are you gonna kill Skip?
Why would I kill Skip?
Well, I don't know if we can leave. I don't think I can just leave like without him knowing.
Yes, but who is he?
Oh, he just runs this place. He's the proprietor of it. I think he works for the Sea Princes or the Guardians or whatever they call them now themselves.
Well, if negotiating your freedom is what it takes, that'll be pretty easy.
So you're gonna kill him?
I don't know about killing. I'm not a bloodthirsty rogue.
I take offense to that statement.
Well, you're not in the room, so. But leave Skip to me, and continue working. Make sure you don't tell anybody.
That's what you want to hear from your abuser. It's a secret just between us, don't worry.
Sorry, I was just gonna put the picture of Boom Boom in here that I forgot to do a long time ago. I don't know whose art this was that I stole, but here's a picture of Boom Boom.
She might not go back to the tribe.
Fuck.
She might have to stay on the ship for a while.
Oh my god, Kolos is the worst person ever.
Jesus.
That's how you lose your paladin powers.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Okay, so what's going on? She's trying to convince Kolos
To kill
to
Skip.
kill Skip.
Yeah, I don't think she could if she wanted to. Or no matter how hard she tried. But don't worry, I'll talk to Skip in the morning and we'll get this all sorted out.
Oh, that's great. Am I not gonna have to do that thing for you again?
I mean, if you're up for it.
I guess so. Then we'll leave it at that.
Yep.
All right. So, what are the rest of you guys doing?
Apparently getting proxy grossed out.
We're
I'm
going
gonna
to
try
the
to
bar.
call it quits and just head right
Get
home.
your ass back here, you pussy.
Shut the fuck up.
Fucking pussy orcs. Can't hang. A fucking sissy.
All right, you guys going to the empty net?
Yes.
All
Well,
right.
hell yeah, we're pressing on. It's time to get rowdy now.
Mm-hmm. It ain't a fucking bar night unless you get into a bar fight.
All right, so you make your way down to the empty net, and this bar was the pirate bar that was on stilts, kind of like right on the edge of the water, and it's definitely rowdy because as soon as you start approaching it, you hear the sounds of pirates and like people cheering and fighting. You hear a lot of like swearing coming from this place. But let me put you on this map. I do have the map of this place. I forgot.
Fancy.
Which one's the pink pearl?
The Pink Pearl is the place to the south.
Yuri's getting a little more drunk.
And the empty net. So so you guys make your way through. If you remember, there was like the downtown sort of like the shadier part of the city. What some guy at one point tried to sell drugs to Meglar.
Yeah, Miglar got mad and beat him up.
Yeah, he did.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, we see anybody outside looking familiar?
So as you kind of walk around outside, there's a couple of like sketchy looking dudes that are kind of outside the door. Two guys, both of them look like piratey sort of types that you, like I said, like sea princes. But again, these guys also aren't wearing the sashes. They seem to change their ways. But as you guys approach the bar, they both eyeball you guys a little bit, and but they don't like try to stop you from entering the bar or anything like that.
'Cause they can't. So let's go in.
All right, so
I like pretend to sway a lot more than I normally am.
a little extra sway.
Yeah, so it looks like I'm extremely hammered.
And as soon as you step into the bar, it's not that packed, but there's definitely a good maybe like a dozen people or so in there. It's probably about the size of the snapping line. It's not a real big place either, but this place doesn't have like an upstairs or anything. It's just one floor, but there's definitely like the people that are in here are definitely more rowdy. You're hearing like a lot more like belching, and these guys are all just like fighting and yelling at each other, and they're all just like saying dirty shit to each other. And so as you walk in, there's the first thing you see is you see a figure. All of you guys, as you went into the door, he's wearing all black, like this black cloak, and he steps behind the bar through a door. And as you enter, the rest of the crowd, there's like four guys standing near the bar, and they all just turn their heads and look at you, and they all kind of stop what they're doing, and then they say, well who the fuck are you?
Who the fuck are you?
Oh, well, this is our bar, but hey,
It's your bar.
if you want a reason to come in here and drink, you better show us that you know what it takes.
Who wants to punch in the mouth? I'll fucking show you.
So at that point, they all kind of laugh, and they're like, all right, come on in. And as you kind of make your way up to the bar, you see behind the bar, there's a man standing there who he looks also kind of like old and older and weathered. He's kind of fixing drinks, but as you come in, he looks a little bit like nervous, like you can kind of tell that like he knows there's about some shit's about to go down. Like, you know, everybody knows that you don't really belong here.
Is Govak in this bar?
So as you're looking around the small bar, you don't notice him. No.
I like whisper to Yuri. Fuck. Figured he'd be out drinking tonight.
If he is here, there's only one way to get his attention, you know.
Yeah, well, the bar's pretty small.
Well, someone's got to punch someone in the face.
Alright, you ready?
Don't punch me in the face.
Ow! I thought we were gonna do this the right way. How about you swing at me, but I'll move, and you punch this guy, and I point over my shoulder.
Alright, yeah, sounds good, sounds good. So I wind up, take a big old swing at...
Your dwarf sister has a hairier lip than you.
Take a big old swing at Boston.
Oh my god. Yeah, so you go to swing at Vossett and you blatantly miss, but like you miss so bad that it looks like really fake. And you're trying to hit like the guy next to you.
Kinda. It's like behind me.
Alright, so like that's so bad that like you don't even hit the guy next to you. Like you swing and he steps to the side and he's just like what in the fuck was that? You call that a punch? And the guy turns around and he swings at you. Yuri. The 14 to hit. That's not gonna hit.
I just look over at Boston and say, he just took a swing at you.
Did you call that a hit?
Oh my god. It'd be like a drunken asshole fight now. Hold on a second. I'm gonna open up this map a little bit.
I get no response. I swing at him.
All right, so yeah, you swing back at the guy and you connect and he falls backwards and like a bunch of guys just start running over to bum rush you.
Just immediately start laughing as that happens.
Yuri just yells, "Fight!"
All right, then we're gonna put you on this map and you guys can roll for initiative after I put you on the map.
We're just chilling at the mansion. All of a sudden, the music changes for like a minute and a half. We're like, what the fuck? And then it changes back. What the fuck was that?
All right, so yeah, you guys are in this front. Yeah, like where the bar is. You walked up to the bar. So as soon as you start
I'm
yelling,
assuming this is the guy that we.
yeah.
punched.
Yeah, so you smash a guy, and then they all start like kind of running in.
Like laughing.
The bartender, he like steps behind the bar, like ducks because he knew some shit was about to go down.
Is this the same bartender that was there the last time we stirred some shit up in this bar?
Yeah.
He knows what's up.
So he might have recognized you guys, but like the rest of these guys, they're running your mill guys that probably didn't recognize you.
It's Vossen versus the entire bar.
Yep.
That's how I roll. Let's fist it up.
I'm in here.
I'm not scared of a bar fight.
Yeah. So you're just gonna. How many of these guys are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7 of them. You got this.
Yuri threw himself in there.
Is Megalith still
Horrible.
No, Mega pussy went on.
Nobody wants to drink ever.
No one wants to get information ever.
Well, Vossen drinks Kool-Aid. And that's a pussy drink.
What are you talking about? Kool-Aid?
All right. So the two outside, they don't hear what's going on at this point, and the first guy, he just comes like rushing in at Yuri. Yuri, I'm gonna put you on one of these squares. There we go. So he comes running up behind you, Yuri, and he's gonna make an unarmed attack because right now you guys are you don't seem too aggressive. So he runs in and takes a hit on you. Let's see. With an 18 to hit.
That hits.
For a whopping
Black eye for Yuri.
for a whopping 2 points of bludgeoning damage. He runs up behind you and he just like punches you in the back of the head.
Keep me off guard.
All right, so this guy here, you see him pull out the bow from his back, and he just aims an arrow, just kind of in your guys' direction, but he doesn't actually shoot an arrow.
He's just arrowing on us.
Yeah, go ahead,
Make
Voss.
sure we pull a weapon.
Yeah, he's holding his action in case you guys do some shit.
So this guy is one that
Yeah,
punch.
that you guys swung at.
So as I'm sitting there like laughing after I punch that guy, I'm like laughing in this other guy's face, and I just headbutt him. Oh, I tried it.
Oh yeah, you missed. So you do that like he kind of like the bar stool's in the way, and he kicks the bar stool towards you as you try to headbutt him, and just kind of like distracts you for a second.
I mean, is this like the whole normal combat action, bonus action thing?
Yeah, you still have all your actions to do whatever you want.
Yeah, I'll do it again. But not a headbutt this time. This time I like take a wild swing at him.
Oh yeah, so this time you definitely connect with him. That was this guy here to the left.
Yeah. I'm not trying to kill anybody, by the
Okay,
way.
yeah,
Like, these are all going to be like non-lethal blows.
Trying
Yes.
to knock him out. Yes, he's still standing up, but he definitely, you just busted him right in the face. You see one of his teeth get knocked out.
I'm going to use my bonus action to take patient defense.
Okay. All right, so that brings up the other guy that was behind you. He is gonna attempt to like grab a hold of you and like put you in like a full Nelson.
Oh, no.
But you have patient defense, right? So
Yeah.
so that means
So
he
it's
has
the-
disadvantage.
Is the full Nelson the he and the ha? Or is it just two ha's, right? Ha ha.
Yeah, so he rolls an 8. What did you roll? You
What
gotta
do
make
I-
a strength athletics check. Sorry, I was looking at that 11 unarmed strike. Yeah, so he tries to like come up behind you and try to put you in this headlock, and you just like elbow him in the face, shrug it off. This
That
other
was a
guy,
good try. I just start talking shit.
this other guy comes like running across the bar, and he jumps up on the bar, and he gets almost far enough to hit you. But he's also going to hold his action as he pulls out a sword. The other guy.
Whoa! Pulling a sword out.
So this guy pulls a sword standing in the bar.
Fucking pussies in here.
This other dude that you just like busted his face in, he gets an attack back. So he is just gonna take a swing on you with a 14 to hit.
That's a miss.
Oh, I forgot to add his proficiency. So it's a 15 to hit. No, 16 plus 3.
With disadvantage?
Oh, add disadvantage. Let me roll again. Well, it's not really gonna matter because this is gonna be.
Yeah, that was a miss anyway.
That's gonna miss anyway. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So he's got teeth missing. He's got like blood coming out of his mouth. He goes to swing at you, misses. The other guy behind, he comes running over, and he also tries to just like slam you up against the bar, and he wants to try to like tackle you, like restrain you, grapple you, I guess we'd say. So again, make another athletics check at. This guy gets disadvantage, so he's a 13.
So I got 13 also.
So what do you do in that case? So I
I could roll acrobatics to try to squirm out of it.
No, so let's say nothing happens. So like as he tries to like slam you up against the bar again, you step out of the way and you just take the back of his head and you just slam it into the other guy. All right, go ahead, Yuri.
I just laugh over to Yuri. You better help me out here.
I'm just gonna turn around and punch this one in the back of the head that's behind me here.
Okay.
This one here. Would assume he's looking at Boston.
Yeah. Yep. Oh yeah, you definitely smash him in the back of the head, and that guy he looks really hurt.
And I'm gonna punch him again.
Okay. Oh yeah, so you end up like run behind him, and you smash him in the back of the head, and then you grab a bottle off the table next to him, and you just smash it over his head, and he gets knocked out cold in front of you.
I just give out a big old hoot, big old holler, and
so as soon as that happens, all of a sudden you see the door behind the bar fling open, and this large man walks out. It's Govak. And he's like, "What the hell is going on in here?" And he looks up and he sees Yuri and Voss, and he's like, well, "Guys, break it up! I know these two. It's my friend Javi and Varen."
Hey, what's up? Go back. Like push the guy off me.
And the guy's all like, the guy with the bow and arrow, he puts his weapon down. The guy with the sword, he like jumps off the bar and he looks kind of embarrassed that he pulled the sword out in a fist fight. And
what are you teaching these clowns here pulling weapons in a bar fight?
And he starts yelling at them, like, pick the shit up because they knocked a bunch of bar stools over. And the one guy who's unconscious, he's just laying on the floor. And the other guy next to him, he like grabs him, he like underhooks him and then like drags him out of the way to, make it so Govak doesn't have to look at all this mess. So he brings his body back over here and slaps him on this table. So Govak's like, boys, it's been a while. Come, have a drink with me. And,
Drinks, let's go.
He comes out of this corner table.
Go back. You need to train your friends a little better. I could train them if you want.
Yeah, it's real hard to find good help these days, you know?
These guys are weak.
Yeah, you know, I was thinking about heading up to that old mansion up on the hill. I heard there's some sort of heroes guild up there that maybe I can get them to work for me, you know? The rest of these stiffs around here are paying me.
Well,
These
money
guys
can-
are paying you?
Well, not these guys, but people in the town. They're paying me to make sure nobody gets hurt. Hey, what are you guys doing in town anyway?
Funny thing here. Yuri and I kind of got like a side business going on here.
Who's Yuri?
Some guy that's in town.
Do I know him?
Probably not. But I got a side business with him.
Well, maybe you need to cut me in because this is my town now.
Well, I believe my business is going before you entered this town.
Well, I don't know if you heard, but I'm kind of a big deal now. You know, Admiral Howe, he granted me this town. This is Govak's town. I might even change the name to Govak Marsh.
Let's just start laughing.
That's just ridiculous. Go back.
What did you say? Javi, I don't like your attitude. You know, there's been some rumors that you and Captain Argent had a little thing that you kind of ran away from the princes.
Run? I'd never run.
What do you mean? He showed up. He just got too drunk and never made it.
Yeah, well, I don't know where your loyalties are. But me and you are good for right now. But you better watch yourself around here, Javi.
Well, actually, we came to find you.
Oh yeah.
Asking questions about exactly what you asked me questions about. Why are you trying to tax my guy?
Because this is my town. Everybody pays Govak tax. Hey, I like the sound of that. I'm gonna call that the Govak tax.
Well, Govak. I'm gonna take a sip of my gourd real quick. Hold on. I think your tax is crap.
We want to be exempt from the Govak tax.
I figured since we're friends with the Govak, the tax wouldn't apply to businesses ran by friends of Govak.
Well, you are friends, but I do have to say, some people might be interested in finding you. And there might be somebody that's here right now that might really like to know that you're here talking to me. So how about we just settle like on this for a nice sum here? How about you pay Govak 1,000 gold and I'll leave you alone. And I won't tell my new friend about who I'm talking with right now.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Are you referring to the Dragonborn?
Oh, so you know about him, huh? And you know he's
Is he
a
here?
bad motherfucker.
Is he here?
Is he better than you, Govak?
Nobody's better than Govak.
That's what I thought. I don't know why you're praising him up so much.
Hey, he's got some very special skills that people like you would find very tried to do a Taken reference. It didn't work. Let's just say he's a very dangerous fella.
Well, from what I heard around town, not many people are paying this Govak's tax.
Well, enough are paying to make my pocket look real nice.
Yeah, well, how about you're gonna lose one more paying customer then?
Well, I'm going to give you one last chance. You pay up or I'm going to make a little visit down by the docks. Oh, yeah, I heard about your little business down there. Selling your booze, trying to be tax-free, making those poor little gnomes work for you.
Come on, Govak. You don't have to bring it here. We're friends.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh boy.
Govak
Oh my god, and a crit fail. You kidding me?
Govak doesn't seem as drunk as you are right now, Vossen. So
God damn it.
Govak, he stands up next to the table and he kind of towers over you at this point, Vossen. He's like, just as I was saying, let's just have a little friend tax and you pay me the money and we'll call it even. I'll even give you a day to come up with the money.
I'm not paying 1,000 gold.
Oh, yeah? And he stands up and he takes his hand, his massive hand, and he grabs the collar of your robes.
Yuri stands up. Come on, Govak, let go of him.
Okay, so Yuri, do a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Oh my god.
So at that point, Govak's like, you were warned, and he takes a swing at you, Vossen. Where's she? Sorry, I should have prepared that you guys were gonna run into Govak. Gotta see how strong this boy is.
He's a big boy. We fought him once before.
He was shocked at your punches, though.
I know.
So it's a 17 to hit.
What was he swinging at?
At Vossen. So he's grabbing a hold of Vossen. And
Oh, yeah. I thought you were swinging at Yuri because Yuri grabbed him and said, come on.
No. Like, Yuri's trying to, I just picture him, standing up at, Govak's waist. He's like, hey, let him go.
Oh, yeah, that definitely hit.
So, yeah, Govak's massive hand just slams you in the face, Vossen, for... shit, I lost his stats again. So, for 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Blood's coming up my lip.
Now, do you want to rethink that, Baron?
Rethink this.
Oh, no.
Right to the ribs.
Oh.
For 9.
Nice. So you hit this massive hit to his ribs, and it kind of knocks the wind out of him for a second. Oh, and he lets go of your robes.
Do you really want to do this? I think we could just sit here and have some drinks and, not have to pay your asshole tax.
All right, this time make one more persuasion check, but this time at advantage as you just blasted him. All right. So at this point, so at this point after you hit him, he cracks a smile and he's like, "Oh, yeah, I remember that punch. You hit almost as hard as that little gnome friend of yours." And,
Jesus.
He sits back down. He sits back down in the chair and he's like, "All right, well, I'll tell you what."
When Govak sits down, I scoop up 2 cups and I pour the booze I just got from the brewery into the cup and pass it over to him, and I sit down with mine.
Yeah, because you guys are guardians, I'll let it slide. But just remember who's in charge of Govak Marsh.
You gotta come up with a new name for that.
I'll tell my friend here that I haven't seen you, but make sure
wipe my bloody lip on my sleeve. Thanks.
What does your friend want?
He wants you.
Me?
He wants,
or hobby?
He's looking for some people that match your descriptions.
Me?
Yes, a monk, a dwarf, a gnome.
Oh, maybe he's looking for the great heroes.
Yeah.
From what I gather, he works for a certain crime family. I don't know if you ever heard of the Basaldis.
Yeah, the great heroes I heard were looking for Balsackies or something like that. I was at a bar and overheard it.
You can't bullshit a bullshitter. I heard something about some people that looked a lot like you guys might have been responsible for the sinking of the Golden Fortune. It's a real shame because I liked gambling.
No,
I never been to no Golden Fortune.
Well, just be careful, and you guys might want to
he's
leave.
more of a golden shower kind of guy.
Yeah, you guys might want to leave. The only thing I will tell you, just because we're friends and we're real tight, his name is Dimresh Dolan. He's a real bad mother, so you might want to leave before shit hits the fan.
Bad like the butcher.
I wouldn't mess with a butcher, but
is he bad like him?
I don't know if he's as bad as him, but he's a bad motherfucker.
Did you say we should leave?
I did say that, but I don't want to be. I don't want to be seen associated with you, or we'll have the Basaldis coming down on all of us.
Basaldi.
I was thinking about getting a place here in Saltmarsh.
We should. It's a nice place. Nice place to start a family.
Family? You've probably got like 50 kids somewhere.
Probably. Have you been to the Pearl?
Javi has been to the Pearl.
I have.
Well, if your friend's around, I guess we should finish these drinks and vacate. I'm assuming this is your bar now. Premises.
Yeah, this is Govac's bar.
What you gonna call it? The Govac Cove?
No, it's
The
the empty Govac Tavern.
The
Gove Shack.
Name if it's empty. The Gove Shack, yeah.
Ooh, I do kind of like the sound of that.
Well, here's to the Gove Shack, and I tip my glass up to him.
The Gove Shack.
Make sure you let your bartender know that me and Vossen here drink for free up in
Who?
here. Me and Varen drink for free in here.
Man, you must be real drunk.
Yeah, Javi's. We've had 3 or 14.
Well, you guys don't go to any other bar. You just come here. But
If we're in, I mean, we're gonna have to make ourselves scarce for a little while, but we'll be back here. Just leave the little brewing thing alone. Hey, you know what? Maybe we could give you discounted booze.
ooh,
Since we're friends.
I like the sound of that. Because we're friends.
Since you compromised with the asshole tax, I will be gladly to give you a discount price. Not free, though.
Nice.
And as a friend, I'm going to tell you, you better leave out the back door. You motherfuckers might die.
All right. I just stayed up, slapped by the shoulder, walk out.
Okay.
And you should probably stay away from the mansion up there.
Why is that?
There's nothing up there for you.
Make a persuasion check.
Like I may be directing him to the mansion.
You
now.
may have.
Oh,
Yeah, you
100%.
may just have doofus.
In fact, if you didn't, he's stupid too.
Yes.
Well, I got some shit to do anyway, but I'm definitely going up there because I need to find these here adventurers that are gonna help me take over this town.
I think you're talking about the heroes. They're in Seaton.
Oh well, too bad I'm not in Seaton, but there's some heroes right here.
I'm just like sitting outside taking a piss, waiting for Yuri.
Like, come on, Yuri.
Still trying to threaten go back. All right, go back.
All right, go back out.
We'll be back. We'll be back to the Goat Shack.
I'm changing the name officially to Go Shack.
And I exit the building.
Yeah, as soon as Yuri comes, we start walking back down the road back to the house. While I'm walking, I want to keep my eyes peeled.
So, Vossett, as you kind of like make your way around the side of the bar, you kind of like take a little quick peek through the window, and you see this figure with a couple of. You see this dragonborn at this point. He has his cloak off, and he's a black dragonborn. He looks pretty. He's a pretty big guy, and he's wearing studded leather armor. He's sitting at the table, and he's got his arms up, and he's kind of like holding his arm. And you can see this thing on his arm. It kind of looks like some sort of contraption that looks like a little mini crossbow strapped to his wrist. And he's got a dagger in his hand, and he's kind of like twirling the one end of it. And there's looks like a sea prince sitting at the table next to him. This prince, maybe he kind of looks more like a captain, I guess you'd say. He has a hat on, like a big hat on. And there's two other figures that are sitting around, or standing next to this man, the dragonborn, that look like they're these big thuggish looking sort of dudes, similar to the guys that you've seen on the thugs on the Golden Fortune. You can kind of recognize these as some of the Masaldi sort of the mob guys, and that's what you see as you kind of sneak by the outside of the tavern, outside of the Gove Shack.
Yeah, as soon as I get out of the light of the other dudes outside the bar, I like pick my pace up and get the fuck out of Dodge. It was yelling back, "Hurry up, Yuri!"
And Yuri's shuffling across the ground at a slow pace, but his legs are moving very fast.
He's trying to like hold his pants up with one hand. All right,
And then we'll get back to the house as soon as possible.
all right.
And I say to Boston, if this Dragonborn catches up to us, we blame everything on Vitoris.
Yeah, he'll just hide anyway, so it'll be perfect.
Man, when did Yuri turn such a pussy? He fucking just runs away now all the time.
All right, so is everybody doing anything else before you guys all? I mean, I'm assuming essentially it's been a long night. You all make your way back to the house, and
If everyone's up when we get back, we'll tell them everything that just went down with Govak, and that Dragonborn's fucking from the casino ship is probably looking for us to fucking murder our faces.
The fact that Govak's coming, tomorrow?
That's what he said. But
he did say he had some shit to do tomorrow, but
so I mean, and it'd be very advantageous if we left as soon as possible, or it was very scarce from this the house.
I'll give everyone an update on the conversation I had with Anders. That he finds it about whatever that dude's name, Megalar's boyfriend. Megalar's boyfriend. That he mysteriously showed up. He wants us to investigate the lighthouse of Mor Sabula, 100 miles south of here.
Well, that's good because Ken will keep himself here and probably be the best direction to go. Now I'm gonna go to bed. I've been drinking for too long.
Yeah, Boston is probably hammered.
Voss is just barely standing up.
Still going pretty strong. I
I
was
think the
wavering for a
rogue in
little
our
bit.
party should be relieved of his duties.
Who? What?
The rogue. Vitoris.
What are you talking about?
You're terrible with your crossbow. That's what I'm saying.
Where did that come from?
I haven't.
Too
He's
much
shot me
to
a few
drink.
times.
So let's get a basic understanding of, so how does everybody feel, their characters feel about Renwick Drake?
Still forming an opinion, but I can't say I've interacted with him much. So
Oh, Renwick did save my ass back then when I was a kid. He was more like a father, not my boyfriend, Vitoris. And if you think of any plots of killing this guy,
Didn't you
you'll be
say that?
shitting my toenails out for a cocksucking mutt, you fucking asshole.
Didn't you say
Jesus.
like he saved you and then dropped you off? How's the father?
We parted our ways.
How's it do the father figure if you sailed with him for like a month?
yeah, no, works that tracks.
Daddy issues.
Maglar,
It was like years.
Maglar's got daddy issues.
Snoddlers doesn't know he exists yet.
Did
I
you
think
eat-
you saw him when we first came in, but you never spoke with him.
Yeah, he just saw
Everyone
him
mentioned
looking like
him
Captain
because he
Hook.
was like in that giant procession in the beginning when we first came in.
Yeah.
He was very apparent, standing like out with his fine clothing and that sword on his hip.
I don't disagree with that statement, but I also wasn't there for anything else.
Right.
Oh no, I didn't talk to him either. I only saw him there and just heard from the barkeep that he collects valuable items, and that is the only thing that piques my interest.
That's why it's interesting to me to hear like how your characters would all like come together and start forming opinions about him, where some of you might think one way, whereas some of you might think another way.
Well, Vitoris thinks he's like he seems to be. I don't know. He's like saying all the right things, but it is kind of shady that Etta dies. He's been in town for 2 weeks. Just arrives just after Govak, and then he's immediately elected to the council. Not to mention, I don't think not Anders, the other one, the rich one. He seems shady as fuck. The second council member,
Yeah, already didn't trust that guy.
Gellin.
How does Kolos feel about him?
He's indifferent about him. Doesn't really, hate him or like him or anything like that. He is impressed though that he knew about Trilora and has been there before.
Nice. All right, so
Yuri,
Go ahead, Yuri.
I think he's a pirate.
Because of his hand.
He's got a hook. He's got to be a pirate.
Mainly because of his hand. Maybe Yuri wishes he had a hook for a hand.
We can
That
do
could
that.
happen.
I say you keep bouncing off to.
We knew a guy
Yeah.
in a different time, in a different land. He only had one arm.
Poor guy.
So I don't know if you guys heard, but Arlo Stormbreaker is the head of the.
King?
He is the head of the Dwarven Guild.
That name did sound familiar. I mentioned it when Yuri was at the bar. Arlo, that's who it was. The one-armed fucking dwarf. Pretty funny. His brother got eaten by a crocodile.
All right, so you guys all, after you kind of all meet up with each other, kind of discuss the things that happen throughout the day, you guys all turn in for the night, and you're gonna long rest and wake up tomorrow, and for next week. So we're gonna leave it. So